Warriors, it is the first week of our second season, and we are ready for some final action. My name's Woody, and I'm here with Carbon Fin. We are going to have our first points awarded and a $1,500 prize for first place today, sir.
Yes, absolutely. We saw some great wars yesterday to lead to now the top 4 teams who will be battling out. We got 4 wars to decide the first place team getting the top seeding. So let's go ahead and take a look at the format and how Clash Masters works. This is Season 2. Season 1 was epic. We saw so much action, but this is what it's all about. It's 4 weeks of competition. There are 3 match days. The first one is not streamed. Second one, which you guys saw yesterday, if you guys tuned in, that is where we take the top 8 teams and we narrow it down to the top 4. And now we are here today to find out who's going to be getting first place. And the second day is where it all happens. And then there's a limited application, so you can apply going into week number 2. Remember, you have a chance to join against these pro teams. It's going to be an unbelievable day today. Cannot wait to see what we're going to face. But Woody, there's a ton of prize money on the line as well.
Right, you are, Carbon. $20,000 total for this season's event. We are giving away prizes every week with $1,500 for first place, $750 for the finalist, and prizes all throughout the top 8. But of course, it is the playoffs at the end that has the biggest prize pool available. Half of that total $20K up for grabs then. $5,000 for first place in the playoffs, making this one of the largest community-backed COC esports event in the scene. So we are very excited to make some heroes and toss out some gold coins to them for their performance.
Absolutely. So let's take a look at the bracket to see what teams we have remaining. And the first match that we will be seeing here today is going to be QSFN taking on JX Tiger. And the big storyline is QSFN knocking out alternate attacks yesterday, which was a big war, the defending world champions. And then down below, the next match, we will have Team Bangladesh versus NGT Legends, which, funny enough, the top 2 teams here, QSFN have a silver ticket, JX Tiger have a golden ticket, and down below, neither one of them have a ticket to the World Championship yet. So it's a really big dynamic there that I cannot wait to see. Either way, we're going to have one in the finals that could be the winner, and then another one that will be one that does not have a ticket. So we're going to take a look. It's going to be an epic way to start off this first war. But Woody, what would you say? Who do you think you have to predict going into this first war? Which team would you take?
Well, I certainly think this is going to be an extremely tight race. I wouldn't say that it's going to be tipping one way or the other by a decisive margin, but if you force me to pick, I think I would go with QSFN. They actually also got a win over NY Amazing in the preliminary rounds a couple of days ago, performed extremely well against alternate attacks, even though it was just a 13-13. When you beat a world champion and the reigning Clash Masters champion, that speaks volumes, and I think that momentum is helping to carry them up. Now, don't get me wrong, JX Tiger is an extremely fearsome force, a golden ticket holder with 14 stars yesterday out of their war against Ocean Oasis. They are performing very well, too. But maybe it's a 55-45 in favor of QSFN, in my opinion. What do you think?
All right. I think we're going to take 2 different sides. I'm going to go with JX Tiger in this one. But QSFN, they can definitely win. They are super good. They can take down any opponent. And they did amazing in their previous qualifiers as well. But, you know, it puts it on both different sides here. So one of us obviously will be right. But we saw so many different attack strategies coming in yesterday. We saw a mix of the air with the dragons. We saw some Lalo attacks. And then obviously the ground as well, which was like the P.E.K.K.A smashes. But the thing is, we did see, unfortunately, that fair of 1 stars, which definitely cannot happen at this stage.
Right, you are. The 1 star is deadly. Got to stay away from that. And so we might be a little bit less likely to see riskier newer attack strategies. We did see the Super Bowler come in yesterday, didn't grab the triple. We also saw Inferno Dragons making a redux despite their recent nerf. Didn't quite go so well for the attacker in that case either. So Laloon, Dragons with Dragon Riders, and P.E.K.K.A Smash, as well as hybrid attacks. Those, I would say, are the top 4 meta attack strategies right now. And it is going to be the aerial assault with Dragons and Dragon Riders that starts things off here for Leo.
Leo coming in with the Queen on the left side. We got the balloons and started off with the lightning spells up top to help funnel these dragons. So now the dragons are going to be going straight into the middle towards this multi-star inferno. Look at this. There's a tornado trap up there and a bunch of seeking air mines, which he's pulling these traps, has yet to pop this warren ability. Finally drops this blimp, which needs to push all the way to this town hall.
Yeah, he is going for a mighty charge here for the Town Hall. Gets an excellent Eternal Tome. Knight right on top. Drops those balloons. Rage spell for the easy claim and kill. A lot of times you expect to see a tornado over there to try to frustrate a battle blimp, but it might be on the opposite side. Maybe potentially the defender here, Ajia, was expecting another entry point. Still, we've got a lot of dragons left here, spreading out kind of strangely, though, along the top side for some cleanup along the outer edges, but then most of the army still on the bottom here. Enemy defending Archer Queen is going to get a lot of value popping down dragons, though, and the cleanup is going to have to all the way come from the bottom on a counterclockwise positioning. Can Leo get the firepower concentrated on that queen? The last spell is deployed. Freezes out. Knock her down. This might have a shot.
It's going to be close with the Royal Champion just staying alive. No, she just goes down here and now comes down to his queen and king. But we still have over a minute and 20 seconds left in the raid. The king's going to move his way in, but the queen, she's supposed to walk inside to go to the scatter shot, but no, she's going to stay on the outside and get hit by it.
If Leo could have taken down that scatter, we might have a completely different storyline on our hands right now. There was a Dragon Rider there. We saw a Barbarian King get a chop on the scatter shot, but with it still standing up and with that Expo alive, I think that is just too much damage for Leo to be able to handle. QSFN, a valiant effort. The 2-star 94%, though, is going to be less than expected and giving them a hard start for this war. Triples all around is what you want to see, especially up against a team like JX Tiger that got 14 stars from their previous war. So the 2-star 94% isn't a heartbreaker by any means, but it is a letdown.
Yeah, unfortunate. But like you said, those JX Tiger with 14 stars in their previous war. And at this stage of competition, you're going to have to be putting up those type of performances. You need 13, 14, or even the perfect wars to be defeating teams like this. But still, we see the first fail. It is in the higher, it's in the 90% range, so it's still a good percentage. So if it comes down to, which we all know, a lot of wars do come down to those tied stars, that the percentage will play a role. Because even before yesterday, in the earlier rounds of the Clash Masters, we had a match that it was decided on 7 seconds. It was all tied on stars, all tied on percentage, and 7 seconds advantaged the one team. And it's just incredible that that can be that close in a war in Clash of Clans here. But now we're starting off with Vic for JX Tiger with the blimp going in towards the single target inferno under the rage. Looks to help take this down, wants to grab as much value as possible in this compartment. And then he's going to be able to set up the queen, which is walking right near this area, to push in with the rest of the P.E.K.K.A Smash.
Yeah, this is a very aggressive queen charge here. She's going to be going far along the outer edge now with these healers. Eagle Artillery is going to be a tough target to go grab when it's so far deep into the base, and also we do not really have a siege machine or anything to poke and prod into the interior. Still, though, Eagle isn't going to be too much of a problem for a P.E.K.K.A Smash strat unless we get splashed over onto the Wishes. But wow, take a look at this queen now. Can she pierce down deep into the base and grab it, Carbon?
Oh, this queen's going the wrong way. The P.E.K.K.A s, the Super Wizards, they've all gone to the right, in towards the core. But the queen had a mind of her own, and she's peeling to the left side here. The king's ability went off, but the jump spell does give him access to the town hall. She freezes it up. Super Wizards activate it, freezes it up yet again. Down goes that middle multi-target Inferno. The Town Hall just went down as well.
Oh my goodness. Vic is spread out thin and taking so much damage. Concentrate his firepower along any point of entry. And now JX Tiger's turn to take a big swing and miss. Defenses for Caetano have just been incredible here, but it ain't quite over yet. Big Royal Champion charge right through the core does get the Eagle Artillery down. Defenses on the top side, though, with a single target are going to be mighty difficult for these heroes. No spell support to throw on top, and the army has just been depleted, Carbon.
The Royal Champion does have her ability here. He needs to get this through. There's the minion onto the clan castle, but the problem is we've got the single target Inferno still standing. She does activate the tornado trap, so she's going down here. Does not have the queen ability. The minion pulls a little bit more traps. The super wall break off to the left side, which actually takes down the cannon, which can help the queen a little bit, but he's got 35 seconds, and now that single target Inferno will lock onto this queen when she approaches, and I just don't think she can survive that.
Yeah, that is just going to be way too much damage heating up. Without her ability and without any other troops out in front, there's the lock. Healers are great, but, I mean, even loses one of them to the Seeking Airmine. And there you see the power of the Eye of Sauron, the single target Inferno, the most deadly defense in the entire base for single troops, gets the kill. Well done there to Caetano on defense, and yet it's still a lead for JX Tiger. The 98% pulls them over and ahead on percentage against QSFN, who had an impressive start. But without that triple and without a convincing strong percentage, they actually are going to be behind nonetheless. But very tight war so far, Carbon Finn. What do you make of those first two attacks?
Well, it shows how close this war is. We saw the 94% from QSFN. Now we see a 98% from JX Tiger, so it's going to be a back and forth war here. And if JX Tiger wants to put up another 14-star performance, then they can't fail another attack. They can only fail one, which means we're going to be in for a treat. It's going to be an epic war going back and forth, and these teams definitely know each other. They have played against each other not only a few times, but also they've seen each other in the competitive scene a lot through different streams, through the World Championships. So they know their typical attack strategies, so they can try to plan bases and pick bases with the correct CCs that could try to stop those, which is why we may tend to see a lower star war in something like this. But we're now seeing Caetano coming in with wait, Woody, are we seeing Cynthia of MCS or something? But because I'm seeing 35 Hog Riders here.
35 Hog Riders, and not only that, he's actually been able to pair it up with a Battle Blimp Laloon charge. This is some high-tech maneuvering from Caetano with a big Blizzard drop in a crucial compartment. Look at all that Spell Wizard damage! Knocking apart a single target Inferno, annihilating an entire compartment there, giving easy access for these Hogs to get perfect pathing around the outer edge. Even gets the CC pull and, kills that poor super minion in the sky. CC
he's taken out
itself, but that's a great pull.
Well, he killed the CC troops that were in it, so he doesn't have to worry about it. And now the clan castle is just like a regular building, and it's just gonna all it has is HP at this point. Now he's gonna push his king in towards the scatter shot. The queen's gonna walk her way to the town hall, and this is looking really good. This king can get some insane value, but notice also, take a look at the bomb tower. It's right there next to the Grand Warden by the Town Hall. But where's the other bomb tower? Well, those Super Wizards actually took it out, meaning the Hog Riders do not have to push into a bomb tower, which is huge. They don't have to take that damage, which is devastating to Hogs.
Yeah, it is a really incredible foresight there from Caetano, being able to recognize that he still has a couple of heal spells and even a freeze to be able to toss at this attack. I think freeze for a multi-target Inferno would be a really nice benefit. Oh, big giant bombs exploding all around the Eagle Artillery. That was not expected, and I don't think he got the Eternal Tome off in time to protect them all. They were not properly placed to benefit from that. Nonetheless, though, they didn't get a big drop there. They're going to be topped back off. The ones that still remain are going in hot and heavy along the top side. Uses up the free spell, though, and it's not going to be on the multi-target Inferno. Instead, relying on the World Champion to try and knock that down. She's in the top side with that help. Can she get the Spear Thrust of Destiny? Grab that victory! Keitano for QSFN for the first 3-star of today!
Brilliant attack there. Look at how many Hog Riders are still alive. Typically, you don't see that many hogs. Maybe just see a few, like 1 to 2, just trickle in. But Keitano shows the strength of this attack, especially when you take out those key defenses like the bomb towers. You take out an Inferno Tower, the Town Hall as well, and the King even went to that scatter shot. Incredible attack from Keitano of QSFN, and that's exactly what they're looking to put on the board, is that beautiful 3-star.
That was very, very nicely done. Exactly when they needed it to. And with a tight race on percentage, the 3-star becomes even more important. It's like a super 3-star, really. Grabbing the triple, making that percentage race tight, and pulling ahead of JX Tiger. The race is extremely narrow, just as we said, both of us, before this match began. But QSFN have a lot to be thankful for with Keitano's triple there. And JX Tiger are now going to be in the receiving end of a lot of pain. The triple from them does put them back in the lead, but that is a tall order to ask, especially since the hit rate so far in this war is only 33%. So we'll give them a shot and see how it goes.
Yeah, we're going to take a look and see. We've got the hybrid now. So we're bringing the Queen charge, looking to drop the Queen off towards the right side near this Town Hall, using the balloon. And we have some, do we have any minions here? No, we don't. Typically, you may see a balloon minion to take out a mortar nowadays that is maxed out. But either way, he used a few balloons. Down it goes. The Queen is now going to pick off this air defense and then walk her way near this King. The rage is down. Was it in time? It looks like just in time to heal this Queen back up.
Not too shabby. The top off is good there, and with the timing on the rage spell, Ja is going to save a little bit of space for that damage and healing to trickle in. Very nice positioning on that rage, and the healers are great at keeping her topped off. Even with the CC coming out, there's not a whole lot of damage stacked onto her right now. Just that Wizard Tower and Expo are firing away, but damage is no problem for her at all. Ja's actually going to go for the double fork now. He's going to send up the Barbarian King and Siege Barracks along the top side for some additional funneling. And here comes the main army, wasting no time at all. Ja has got the hybrid drop, and here they come strong and fast for the top compartment, encountering a giant bomb, but the Eternal Tome is ready to be deployed at a moment's notice, keeping them safe and topped up with just one heal spell, though. Ja has got to be on the ball with this deploy.
You'll notice that he started the Hogs and Miners right around 1 minute and 50 seconds left. I typically say you have to start them at least about 1 minute 35, so that gives them plenty of time to move around this base, and time would not be an issue in an attack like this since he dropped it so early. So now the question is, will the Hogs and Miners be able to just survive here? There's the Warden a grand ability, and he's going to push his way through with the P.E.K.K.A. that actually came out of the Siege Barracks. And now this Queen is just looking to stay alive here. The healers are trying, but down goes the Queen. But we still have the World Champion ability. There's the freeze, but watch this bomb tower. Look at how much damage it's going to do to these Hogs, Woody. Ooh.
Oh, a big multi-target Inferno in the center as well. Hogs really couldn't get any work done in the core there, and that leaves Ja with a very tricky spot here. Ought to be able to get it with damage, but the time factor might be an issue here. World Champion goes for the center. No ability left. She's got a lot of spears, though. Throwing them off.
There it is. Yes, the RC finishes off that multi-target Inferno with just about 25 seconds left. And look at that. He's going to finish off these final buildings. And remember, if he started the attack about 20 seconds later, which when I typically started with a hybrid about minute 35, I probably would have time failed right there. And beautiful job answering with a 3-star of their own, which means now JX Tiger is going to take the lead now in this war.
Excellent job there. JX Tiger find the triple, and like you said, it's a lead, but it is a very narrow one. The tightest early war that we have seen in Clash Masters in a very long time. Might have even been the tightest overall with just a 2% lead for JX Tiger. This is still yet to be going down in the history books. Lots left to say about where we are going here. But a lead is a lead, and if they just go toe-for-toe on here on out, JX Tiger will get the upper hand and victory overall. This is the semifinals round, so competition for those points and that big $1,500 prize pool is extremely important to keep at the top of their minds. Like we said yesterday, whoever grabs first place in the first week will have that great positioning on the leaderboard, which is really hard to kick out. It's virtually a guaranteed seeding into a later round. We have got our big playoffs matches coming in a few weeks, and so this first week is crucial.
Absolutely. This first week and every week thereafter, because you're trying to get those points to then earn that spot into the playoffs. But if you don't earn enough points, there is still a last chance qualifiers. You just have to be the top 4 teams in that, and then you get in. And that is how you do it. And then those top teams will all compete in the playoffs to try to earn their way to winning that $5,000 first place prize, because this is a $20,000 prize pool for Season 2 of the Clash Masters. And we're going to be getting ready to see the next stack here for QSFN. And it's going to be Giovanni, and he's keeping it on the ground here with the Pekka Smash, starting off with that Warden Walk. Drop his healers from the top side to try to angle them so he moves his way up there. Let's see if this Warden goes through. And this Warden is slowly going to be taking out these buildings, but this Warden is taking down this gold storage. Will he try to charge him into the multi-target Inferno? I would only assume he tries to, because that would be some nice value if the Warden grabs it.
Yeah, very good read here from Giovanni. Long range from that Warden is super effective. I gotta say, multi-target Inferno is a good but not great target, I guess, for this Pekka Smash. It does help out if there's any support troops along the backside that you're able to nab, but Giovanni's going to lose the Electro Owl in this early hit. Not really too much of a concern. You often see this happening with the Warden Walks, but it is another sacrifice that you got to take into account, along with the big time investment that he's putting along for this walk.
Wow.
So he really needs massive value. He's going to have to invis the buildings over on the left side to refocus the Warden onto the multi-target Inferno. Now that that is finally accomplished, with a builder delaying the inevitable, Giovanni will get to deploy for these Pekkas, and hopes that the 2 jump spells he's brought is going to be enough to hurdle over these really tightly compacted segments in the interior of the base.
Yeah, here comes the Siege Barracks with the king on the left side to help take out the enemy king, which is going to help force the Super Wizards and Pekka straight into the middle of the base. There's the jump leading to the multi, to the single target Inferno. Remember, the Town Hall's all the way to the far right. These Super Wizards crush their way right through this Lava Hound and pop these pups. And now there's the Tesla Farm that is right there. The Warden ability is protecting this, and he protected these Pekkas, which is critical in order to try to stay alive. And there is the Hogs coming out of the Siege Barracks, heading for the Royal Champion, while a lot of the Pekkas are actually going down real quick to all these ground expos. And this Queen and this push is looking like it's disappearing before our eyes here, Woody.
It is just melting in front of this multi-target Inferno in the core. Giovanni, what is happening? There is not even a siege machine to toss over at the Town Hall, and so it's a desperate charge now for this Royal Champion. She's got Lassie out in front to stoke a few shots here, tosses off the shield, and it is every single spell in the book to try to keep this Town Hall down. The 2-star ultimately crucial. No, the distraction for Lassie. That is going to be it for this war. QSFN have really dropped the ball. Giovanni with a 1-star 67% has just let all the hopes of this Brazilian squad fall apart. I hate to be hard on a guy and kick him while he's down, but this is really an incredible failure of a 1-star in such a tight war that would have otherwise been a really tight one. I mean, look at it now. QSFN only has a 1-star lead with the additional attack on board. It's pretty much over at this point, Carbon.
That is devastating right there. That 1-star, we talked about it earlier, that you cannot get a 1-star in a competition like this. He thought his Pekkas were able to push their way through, stay alive a lot longer. So I just wonder if either the Warden Belly, which is a little bit too early, or the Pekkas weren't included there. I might not have seen it, but unfortunate. It was not able to help push his way all the way to the back side of the town hall. But now JX Tiger is looking to put up another 3-star. Can they do it here? Super wall break to the Archer Tower. He wall breaks again in towards that scatter. They can get this queen to try to sue your way to the town hall, but it looks like the king is just running around the wrong way. So he's going to have to change it up, send the Royal Champion now into that compartment, and then he's going to come in with the Lalo because he's already used a lightning spell, looks like, to take out the core Inferno Tower.
Kyungrin sees a lot and goes for it all. The triple hero deploy along all outer edges. Doesn't manage to get the scatter shot there on the left corner. Bit of a downer for JX Tiger, but does nab that Town Hall and a lot of nice funneling along the outer bottom edge for this Lava Hound Incision. We are gonna have just 2 air defenses left remaining for Kyungrin's attack, and it's actually gonna start up from the top with this Stone Slammer doing some additional cleanup. 2 Lava Hounds, both of them in the top right side, with that Eternal Tome ready to deploy as soon as these balloons path in toward any multi-targets or splash damage. Kyungrin is going super fast. It's actually going to deploy the Eternal Tome early. A bit low on spells, though. Can he make it to the back end, Carbon?
Yeah, the problem, though, is we have the headhunters going directly towards this king, and that enemy queen is standing up by the scatter shot. We got a Tesla farm that pops up near this multi-target Inferno, and this Lalo is dying so quickly. And you know that he wanted to get way more value with his king over on that left side in the Royal Champion. Probably didn't even want to drop the Royal Champion where he did. But unfortunately, this is going to only be a 2-star on the lower percentage range here, which is only going to be a 1-star advantage at the moment after this attack here for JX Tiger. So USFN still may just have a slight chance, Woody.
Yeah, just barely. A massive advantage for JX Tiger is whittled down and away to a huge advantage with this hit from Kyungrin. But it's a loss that they can afford, so just score it up and keep your head held high. Or as the Brits say, keep calm and carry on, and we will still be on the path to victory. JX Tiger with the star lead, and still a pretty clear and convincing lead on percentage.
Yeah, we've got 3 attacks used from each side, meaning 2 attacks are still left. If QSFN get 2 triples and JX Tiger come in with 2 fails, they can still win on stars, which is most likely what we're going to have to see because of the percentage differential that is at the moment. We're seeing it at an 87 to a 94, so it's close, but JX Tiger is looking to keep that lead right there, trying to get as high a percentage if they don't get those 3 stars. So are we going to see a little bit more riskier attacks coming in from QSFN? That might just be the case, because they know at this point with a 1-star, they're going to have to be going for the 3.
Yeah, the triple is a really crucial, once again, thing that they have to be able to pull off here. Down a star and on percentage in a pretty decisive way. The triple necessary to even keep their hopes alive. A lot of times the triple is like the potential game winner, the flip around, the reverse. But in this case, it's like you need a triple just to avoid sinking and drowning in the mid-war. So 3 attacks on the board from either team here. QSFN way far behind, but there's hope. There's a possibility.
Yeah.
There's a tiny chance that QSFN still might be able to get something happen. If they get the triple here and force JX Tiger into a situation where they also need to fight hard for the triple, maybe we see another 1-star fail. It's not entirely impossible.
It definitely is not impossible. We've seen it happen before, but it's very unlikely. But it's still, we want to believe in it, that these teams have a chance. And now the next attack, which Loop Zero is looking to do. He is known for coming in with absolutely beautiful Sui Lalo attacks. And this time he's sending in with 4 skeleton spells in the mix. Starting off with this queen up top being protected by the giants over here. Drops a super wall breaker. Looks like he wants to loop the queen and maybe king in towards this single target Inferno. Hey, you know what? I'm pulling out some of the keywords like you're just OP over here, Woody.
Well, thank you for that. Loop Zero is going to be dropping lots of Skelly spells. He had to protect for this invasion with the Royal Champion out on the right side. Really great insulation there. A lot of times you'll see an Ice Golem instead pulling that trick off to try to save a hero that you can't commit healers to on a dive like that. But instead, Loop Zero's got extra spell space, and that is a savvy and smart way to deploy it. 1 freeze and Viz, 3 haste, and 3... actually, that's going to be 4 freezes, isn't it? To deploy for this La Lune attack. And just like we were saying yesterday, these 1 spell slot spells are fantastic for high skill cap players that know exactly right when they need to deploy. You can even wind up dropping a spell up here on the top to help out the queen if she needs it to take down this town hall, especially if there's some awkward pull in there like we saw with the Barb King. Nevertheless, Loop Zero does get the first star here and is ready to set up on the second stage of this attack. Coming in a little bit late, but as long as you've got those haste spells ready to deploy and get them right on target, you should be fine for a triple attack here.
Absolutely beautiful value with his heroes, pushing in and grabbing the Town Hall. Royal Champion got a scatter shot, and now the second scatter shot goes down really early. But now here comes the Lalo straight into the multi-target Inferno, and a Tesla Farm does pop, but a haste freeze is going to push his way straight through so easily. And this Stone Slammer is just getting so much value. Finally, it pops. Dragon Rider comes out, and this is a crushing, absolutely gorgeous attack from Loop Zero of QSFN.
Very, very nicely played. This is going to get the triple guaranteed with lots of time and troops left to spare. QSFN are going to have another shot at glory, bringing their total stars up to 9. I guess they'll cap out at 12 carbon. And with JX Tiger being able to get up to 13 with back-to-back triples, that is still a position where they can just slam the door without any hopes for QSFN. We would need to see back-to-back 2 stars for JX Tiger if they were to drop on stars, because honestly, they're still really far ahead on percentage. They would have to have massive failures to lose on a percentage game this late in the war.
Yeah, but anything can happen. You can always see the possibilities. As long as QSFN get those defenses, they keep coming in with the 3 stars. There's one more attack for QSFN still to come in this war. But we're going to have to see what JX Tiger can do. If they answer, they are looking really good going to the final set of attacks. But just to think, Loop Zero uses his heroes and those skeleton spells to really provide a distraction. A Lava Hound did come out, so it stalled that queen up a little bit. But he just got some incredible value. It just shows what these pros can do. They can think of these plans on the fly. And that's the thing about these wars. Is it's only 5-minute prep and like a 45-minute war, meaning that they have only about, especially for the first set of attackers, like 7 or so minutes to plan their hits. But these attackers that are going later in the war have a little bit more time. And especially for Joan of the JX Tiger, has planned this one out a little bit more, coming in with the Blizzard well, it looks like a mix of a Dragon Rider attack with some balloons in here. What can this... Wait, did a lot of these troops end up dying off? He didn't get the scatter shot, though? Oh, I don't think he got really the value he wanted here.
Yeah, that was a very unfortunate result for Jone's early stab. A lot committed with that Battle Blimp. Tossing out spells as well to try to force their way into the interior, and especially when you leave a builder hut up next to those defensive structures, only got 2 buildings down on such an important investment. This really leaves Yona with a lot left to do in the mid-war. 6 Dragon Riders are fearsome, though. Going to be targeting specifically onto those defenses. Yone needs to get this Town Hall down early because he knows he's kind of screwed up with that Siege Machine entry point. That is going to maybe even force an alternate attack approach from him to make sure that this doesn't wind up being that 1-star devastation that we've seen earlier.
He decides to send in this Grand Warden to help assist this King and Queen, try to make their way all the way to Town Hall because he knows he needs this Town Hall to go down. There's the freeze. The King has been taken out. And Woody, this is not looking good here because the Queen does make her way to the Town Hall, but look at how much stuff is left on the space, and we still have the Dragon Riders going to come through, but the problem is, remember, Dragon Riders don't target the enemy heroes. So he has no warden ability to protect the headhunters when they go in to try to take that queen down.
This is a really dicey spot. Jone needs to give us a lot to be happy about, and there's no way to do it with just a minute left. He is so late on this deploy. The only thing he can be glad about is that he didn't get an awful, potentially heart-wrenching fail with a 1-star. He is going to be able to cross over that threshold now, and with these Dragon Riders down, it is almost certainly just going to be a timeout. They're going to get a lot of damage in here, but yeah, with just 1 spell left to throw down, no Grand Warden to support, the triple is certainly out of the question.
Yeah, and now it's going to be a lower percent 2-star here, meaning does QSFN have a chance after this? So JX Tiger, how unfortunate. Look at this. So it was the Blizzard that did not get the scatter shot and the ground expo. And now he's in the mid 70% range. He has a few minutes trying to get a little bit more cleanup. Obviously, these headhunters won't be able to do anything. They're all they'll do is a little bit of distraction. But the war's going to be tied up on stars here. And the percentage game as well. Look at that. The percentage. Just those 3 oh, and yes, QSFN now have the advantage just like that, Woody.
No way. What a massive swap of fortunes. QSFN, who I was ready to call down and out with a 1-star, are now evened up and ahead in the last war phase. 1 attack left
absolutely.
each, and QSFN can clinch it with a triple.
Yeah. 3-star from QSFN. They win this war. I talked about it. I was like, Woody, don't count them out just yet. And I even predicted JX Tiger to win this war. And this is why you have to keep watching to the end, because anything can happen in Clash of Clans, especially the Clash Masters, where these teams are fighting tooth and nail all the way to the end, to the very last attack. And unfortunately, was not able to get that value for JX Tiger, and it was a defense for QSFN, exactly what they were hoping for. But now the pressure is on. They know if they 3-star, they win no matter what. But if they don't, they leave the door back open for JX Tiger.
You are absolutely right, Carbon. You were right all along. I yield entirely, and I'm happy about it too, because I picked QSFN, so this war is not yet over. Let's give it one more attack to QSFN to see if they can end it. P. Castro might just be the exact right guy that you would want to give this opportunity. Let's see what you got, P. Castro. The triple for the win. All the pressure in the world stacked upon your shoulders. It is now or never. Do or die. Shove it in or shut up and leave.
We have P. Castro doing the queen charge. Lalo raging this queen up. Wow, did not have to force that queen ability, which is going to be huge because you need to protect that queen ability at all costs. But this is what we talked about earlier. We saw a 14-star performance from JX Tiger yesterday, but now they're facing these very difficult bases. Plus, these teams have seen them before, which plays a huge role in these types of wars. They can try to plan the right CCs, which has been doing some amazing work helping defend against those 3-stars. Now the king casually pushes his way straight to the town hall. He helps take that down. Now the queen's going to continue her walk, but look at this complete open little aisle in the middle of the base. Is that where he may just put his Teslas right there?
He may very well. That could really mess up some pathing if you get a little bit too close out there. Now, in P. Castro's favor, that Archer Queen probably will be able to knock down the scatter and that bomb tower, making it a bit more likely that he'll be able to dodge that Tesla farm in the center. Stone Slammer going for that builder hut, though. Yep, you are absolutely right. Grabs that Tesla deploy. With one of them popping up, you're very likely to see more and more as the balloons start to path over. Yep, there's the second one. That's going to make things a little bit dicey for P. Castro, but nonetheless, he's going to stick to the plan. Look at all those bombs! That is fantastic news for P. Castro. He just triggered a bunch of red bombs on basically a null balloon in the center. It wound up being like a coconut balloon almost with this La Lune. And instead, he is now way far ahead, fast and furious through the core. Knocks it all apart, and with over a minute left for cleanup, P. Castro might have done the impossible. A QSFN victory in sight, but not yet guaranteed. Can he seal the deal? He
is keeping the queen alive. We still have the enemy royal champion hang on Down goes the Grand Warden Altar. He has just this balloon. The Royal Champion needs to go down. Yes, the Warden and Owl secure the enemy RC. Now the Queen is working on the defending King. She has her, he has actually an invisibility spell, but that Queen is full health, and down goes JX Tiger. P. Castro clutches it up for QSFN, and just like that, the comeback QSFN have just secured this war. We do have another attack from JX Tiger, but because of the percent, the differential, and the 3 stars that we saw earlier, the comeback was achieved.
It ain't over till it's over, Carbon Fin, and QSFN persevered through anything you could have expected to throw at them. Suffer a 1 star, still going hard. Take another 3 star on the chin, oh, we're gonna stick with it. That is the exact mentality that you need to become a champion. And just like that, they are going to the finals, improving their prize pool and their point score way big in the first week. This might be a war to remember for QSFN and set their storyline, not just for this event, for other esports titles like the Clash of Clans World Championships and the Last Chance Qualifier that we have to look forward to coming up in the next couple of months.
Absolutely. And now we're going to see the last attack from JX Tiger. He does want to put up a 3 star nonetheless. We've got this Queen starting off, going to drop the healers onto her, and he wants the Walker into the scatter shot and then out the bottom side, because I feel like I've seen this base not too long ago. It's a little, it kind of reminds me. Let's see. He drops the rage for this Queen. The Ground Expo is there. The Warden is helping assist this Queen through here. Down goes the scatter. He's probably going to drop another wall break to break the Queen out of here. Or will she just casually walk out? She's going to take out the Wizard Tower. There's the wall break on the bottom side. Going for this cannon. Send the funnels up. Taking out the Builder Hut as well. And she finally does loop back down here. No! She doesn't! She goes to the Wizard Tower! Oh.
Well, unfortunate pathing there, but she will get some value nonetheless along the upper edge. That is not what Mach was hoping for, but look, maybe she can go in and take out the enemy Queen. She still has most of her healers, although one did pull off for the main phase of the pack. A bit of an unusual split there in the healers. But hey, there's value to be salvaged out of this. Mach is going to get a Coconut Loon up on the top side, just trying to find any Seeking Air Mines up there to keep these healers safe and happy. Here we go with the Queen duel along the top right edge. No early ability for Mach, and instead it's going to be forced out. An unfortunate result for him there, but I guess he is focused more on the P.E.K.K.A. Smash over on the top left side. There is no Grand Warden to help them out, though, and these Hogs, although they're coming in hot, heavy, and fast, will really need to keep that insulation out in front. You've got a single target Inferno burning up these poor P.E.K.K.A.s, and Mach is running into a lot of difficulty along the top corner, but yet might still be able to power through.
Well, he's got one more freeze. He's just on the single target Inferno and the Ground Expo. The Queen looks like she will secure the Town Hall here. Finds the Tornado Trap, so she's going to get spun around. But he had to adapt on the fly with the Queen going the wrong way. She's going to get taken down by the single target Inferno, and this just was not JX Tiger's war. They only put up an 11-star performance with 1 triple, which really shows how strong QSFN's defenses were in this war.
Excellent job there to QSFN. It must be said again, because JX Tiger were a fearsome opponent right before the war started, and they were even more terrifying in the mid-war when QSFN got a single star out of their attack. They pulled it off with aplomb and deserve all the accolades going their way right now in the chat. Let us know if you are cheering on JX Tiger or QSFN for future rounds, because right now, if you're just a fair weather fan, it is easy to back down as a JX Tiger guy, but we know that there are more weeks coming for this team, and we have seen golden ticket showings from them in the past. Let's give it up for JX Tiger and congratulate QSFN on their finals performance for this first season. Will they get the gold, or are they going to get knocked down to second? We'll just have to find out later, depending upon who their next opponent will be. The war that we still have left in the semis bracket is Team Bangladesh versus NGT Legends, Carbon.
Absolutely. We're taking a look at the bracket now, and QSFN has indeed advanced to the finals here in this week. We will see JX Tiger again. They will be playing the loser of this next team, which will be Team Bangladesh versus NGT Legends. And what they're still fighting for is placement points. So it's still very important to try to keep your head up even after you lose, so you can try to get as much points as possible to put you in a good position into the next week. But unbelievable there that QSFN made that comeback from a 1-star. You don't typically see it, especially like a golden ticket team like JX Tiger. But because their defenses are were strong and stood up against them, it's just JX Tiger couldn't pull in the 3-stars.
Yeah, that was a really big upset in my mind. I even called QSFN in the lead, but after the first 2 attacks, I was ready to throw in the towel. I'm the Fairweather fan in this case, and I gotta hand it to QSFN. I'll give away any kudos I may have earned by picking them in the outset, because I was willing to abandon them. They nonetheless had even more faith in their own abilities and knew that it was time to just put everything on the line, go for those triples, not take any safe maneuvers. Instead, they were well rewarded for it. So congratulations to QSFN, are well due. And we're going to be starting the next war soon, like we mentioned earlier, and we saw in the bracket, it's Team Bangladesh versus NGT Legends. This was a bit more of a one-sided setup, in my opinion. Team Bangladesh had a really tight match against Indian Clashers. That also came down to percentage, just as in the war that we saw with QSFN. Actually, both QSFN wars have been really tight and come down on percentage in the playoffs round for this season. But on the other hand, NGT Legends with a perfect war against the Vedic Indians, I think are going to be the favorite in my book.
Actually, NGT Legends has come in this tournament here with back-to-back perfect wars. So they are looking super strong here. And they are looking like they just got steamrolling their opponents. So now if you're picking someone in this match, Woody, who do you think? Which side would you lead on for this one?
Oh, well, I just said, man, I got to go with NGT Legends. I think with the perfect war, they have just been going far and ahead above. Team Bangladesh, strong, holds on till the end, just like we just saw from QSFN. They've got the power, the perseverance, but I don't know if they've got the overwhelming force that we saw from NGT Legends, with even a really good defense setup as well against Vedic Indians. NGT Legends went up against Seoul, S8UL, I don't know how to pronounce that exactly, and they got the perfect war against them as well. That's another team that we've seen in past Clash Masters events that we definitely want to give credit to. So I think NGT Legends, much more than a 55-45 split, in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go with NGT Legends as well. But you know what happens? When I pick a team, I tend to jinx them. And hopefully that's not the case here. We're going to see what's going to happen. NGT Legends versus Team Bangladesh going in here in the semifinals. And the first attacker, Team Bangladesh, coming in with the Blizzard Dragons, kind of the Blizzard Hydra here. And we've got some army camps that are next to the town hall. Interesting placement there. Is that to really mess up some funneling or something with the troop AI once they're into the core? But either way, here comes the Dragons. Lava Hound actually popped really early, drops a Rage Spell. He's going to get ready to pop this Warden Play, protect this blimp as he pushes his way all the way across to this town hall. Oh!
Carrie is working hard, and she might have the shot at the triple with a well-protected battle blimp and a freeze added on top to get it all the way across. Ooh. That is going to be what on earth? Do we have a blizzard from Long Bomb across? We do indeed. Carrie has got the incredible tech and the big drop on the left compartment. Wow, wow, wow. That is really something to behold. Still, it cost a lot in terms of spell capacity, and it is not exactly a safe play here. Along the bottom side, the cleanup is looking very well, but it's kind of hard to tell even how many troops are left in this army. They're going to have to loop around all the way to the top where you don't get a hole in the wall until the very top corner. That's going to make that Eagle Artillery a menace to this assault and make it very, very difficult to get that triple cleared away. The one thing that we can say in Carrie's favor, though, is saving on to those hero abilities, and even one freeze as well could still give victory on a very
Ooh,
tight charge.
The queen gets locked onto. The RC ability is going to be forced. He does have 2 rocket loons. Maybe freeze up this enemy royal champion or something. No. Takes her down. Okay. The queen ability is still intact. The royal champion goes down. Small bomb. Oh, she stays alive just barely. Here comes the freeze spot for the Grand Warden altar. And he's going to be able to... Oh, no. It goes down. Can this one rocket loon make it to take it down? But this is an open compartment, so the queen can slowly make her way in there. And the rocket loon, yes! It does with the final death damage there. Takes down the Grand Warden altar. And we've got our 3-star for Team Bangladesh. Unbelievable way to finish off that first attack. But we saw the mid-attack Blizzard. I think there might have been a Super Archer in the mix with those Super Wizards. But what a brilliant attack.
Yeah, excellent job to carry. She just dropped the big bomb on that base. Big congratulations on that brilliant positioning for the Battle Blimp Blizzard from afar. That might be the longest Battle Blimp pathing that I've seen used. And hey, it's good value if you can get additional bomb drops all the way throughout and secure it at the end. Did require an additional freeze spell and really careful timing there with the Eternal Tome. But if you can pull it off, that is certainly something to talk about. And hey, 3 stars is 3 stars. That is a great beginning here for Team Bangladesh.
Absolutely. We saw the 3-star to kick off this war here, which is now going to put the pressure over onto NGT Legends. But they haven't failed in 10 of their last attacks. It's all been 3 stars, and they are looking to keep it going. Can they do it again? Can they put up a 3rd perfect war in a row here in the Clash Masters? Well, they're definitely capable of doing it. It's not easy because there's so much that can go wrong, especially in just a simple attack. Even let's say it's dragons or something, who knows? You pull out the wrong CC, the dragons get stuck, they go the wrong way, your queen, you know, it happens to many of us. But NGT Legends are going to be looking to answer the call here against Team Bangladesh, which a lot of people would say Team Bangladesh is a huge underdog, but they're holding their own.
Yeah, they certainly are. I wouldn't have called them a huge underdog, but I definitely do still favor NGT Legends despite that. Take a look at Bernal next, a big name in his own right, and great performance yesterday in the bracket. He's coming in with a single Lava Hound Loon push with, interestingly, 15 minions, a pretty heavy cleanup component here, and that really signals to me his confidence that these 22 balloons that he's brought are going to be sufficient for the charge in deep. This is a mighty aggressive queen charge requiring both a rage and an invisibility to keep her up and alive against an impressive amount of defensive DPS being dished out against her. Still, she will persist. She will continue along the CC pull and scattershot and cannonade. Can she survive, though? Another rage spell drop to keep those healers up and happy. You can clearly see that Carrie was anticipating a potential queen charge, but was hoping to be able to knock it down with enough DPS in the top corner. With Bernal being willing to commit so much up here, it does leave him a bit short-handed in spells for the back end, but he's done what he had set out to do, and this queen charge could be the game-changing factor here.
Yeah, this queen continuing her charge into the core. Notice how he used the king and royal champion to help provide distraction and take down those point defenses to really protect the queen. Now this queen is continuing her charge. She's going to be able to get to the enemy royal champion, this middle multi-target inferno, the enemy queen as well. Some incredible value so far from Bernal of NGT Legends, and even royal champion helps move her way to the core wizard tower, and this is looking crushed here.
What a beautiful start, and an even better follow-up. The pathing on these balloons is just going to be so simple and easy. Stone Slammer for the outer corner of this base, and then the balloons just along the inner side have got a really shortened path, particularly important for such a slow troop there. He's only got 1 haste spell to throw at this base, and I think that he might not even need that to get the triple carbon.
No, not at all. Look at the... Wait. He's got 6 more balloons to use. Look at that. He doesn't even need to use it. And 2 spells to swag so many troops. Did not have to get used. Brilliant attack from Bernal. One of the best queen charge attackers in the world. And I think to him, this was just another Legends base that he easily took down. Maybe he even saw it so many times in Legends. I mean, it kind of looks like it, to be honest. And he knew exactly what to do. And it looks like he didn't even have to sweat.
Well, you know, when you've got so much experience, so much practice, we talk about how important practice is, but it really bears repeating exactly how that is relevant in a competitive setting. When you recognize a base that you've seen this sort of similar layout many times before, you've attacked it hundreds or maybe even thousands of times, it just becomes second nature to you at that point. It's like, you know, just reading a book for them to just be able to recognize where the holes are, where the weaknesses are, when to make the timing happen. So, you know, it takes 10,000 hours to become a master at anything, but there are some people out there, Bernal in particular, who have been able to become masters at Clash of Clans.
Absolutely. They show us exactly how to do these attacks. And these players are the ones that we learn from. We try to copy and mimic their attacks down to a T of dropping these healers, the wall breaks, the target like Bernal does, but you know, at the end of the day, no one is like Bernal. He is one of a kind. But now Team Bangladesh is looking to keep the pressure going. I mean, they're going to have to keep 3 stars on the board. At this point, who knows? Maybe they even have to put up a perfect war to even have a chance against NGT Legends here in the Clash Masters. But looking like they're charging this queen near this town hall. These healers, were they a little late? No, they're okay with that rage spell to bring that queen back up to full health.
And at full health, she has no worries about the entrance. Kamaljit has dropped an additional invisibility spell, just as, I guess, an insurance policy or another rage spell as well.
Oh, no.
What? Where did she go, Carbon? Oh, my goodness. Not only did she go down, she failed to take down the CC troops and the town hall. This is the worst possible result from a queen charge that you could ever imagine. Kamaljit is going to be crestfallen from this drop. Forced now to drop out the royal champion to try to get the town hall, maybe? I mean, he doesn't even have a siege barracks to throw for it. He dropped that over on the right side, so wow, this is going to be an extremely awkward deploy, and can really only expect 2 stars out of Team Bangladesh at this point.
Wow, the royal champion pops her ability, and the town hall had almost no health. So I was thinking maybe the RC ability can skip and chain onto it to take it down. But look at this. The hybrid is just whittled away and completely gone. He's pushing his way into the core. He does secure the 2-star. But Woody, this is going to be a huge defense for NGT Legends. And you just can't do this, especially against a team like them.
Heart-wrenching loss for Kamaljit. This is going to be an attack to remember. Gotta study this when you try to figure out how to learn and improve, because with not just a low percentage, but with another big drop with the queen charge, it's an unforced error, we like to call them, in strategic thinking, because it was something that he really could have prevented by a little bit better preparation, timing, or focus onto that queen charge. There was really kind of nothing else that he had to devote his attention to. And so it really just was a matter of judgment there, and edging ever so close with that invisibility and rage spell. I mean, I don't know. I do want to kind of give him some credit. He placed a lot of spells there and did seem to be relatively good on timing with them. Was there a surprise factor there that I missed that could have really upset that queen charge, Carbon?
Well, the clan castle being really close to the queen when he's trying to charge caused the queen to retarget off the town hall and hit the CC, including the lava and headhunters. And then it's just the damage. It was too much. Took the queen out through her ability, and at that point, you just put your head in your hands and you're just devastated when that happens, especially if the town hall stays up. So you can't do it your second wave of the attack. You still have to plan for something to take that town hall down, which at that point includes either an RC ability or a Warden Eternal Tome. And if you have to invest those things early like that, you just know you can't save that 2-star, or you can't save the 3-star, I should say.
Yeah, that is going to be a big drop for Team Bangladesh. We had seen a couple of impressive 3-star strikes, but with a 80% on overall destruction. Now, NGT Legends, I don't want to write the same story as I did for the previous war and get this wrong again, but hey, that is another really unfortunate attack number 2 that we've seen now twice in a row in these wars. So NGT Legends are having a rough... Team Bangladesh is having a rough go of it. NGT Legends, rather, on the offensive now, have the chance to really pull far, far ahead. It's going to be another queen charge from them, and let's see if they can avoid the mistakes that we have seen in the past. With 4 super wall breaks, even with these many layers on the outer side, this queen should still have the pick of the litter in terms of what she's going to get to go for. Not going for the town hall is a common choice here, especially when you've got a lot of cleanup along the outer edge to do and lots of kind of medium-sized compartments to have to deal with. She'll get another compartment out here and might even be able to crack into the second layer. Yep, there with the second wall break.
He does indeed continue this queen charge. Notice he wall broke in towards that queen compartment. Big thing is because he wants to help target the super wall break pathing. So he takes out the enemy queen, not necessarily wanting to push the king over there or something, but now he pulls the CC out. There isn't really too many headhunters or anything to really worry this queen here. So the queen's going to continue her charge through. And look at this one minion picking off that cannon all by himself. Now the king is going for this wall, which now he can drop an additional super wall breaker to go for the town hall compartment. And he does do that indeed. So the king's ability can secure the town hall, which we got some skeletons, which will actually retarget this king. So it forces him to drop that free spell.
Almeida still has a little bit of time left, but is running really dangerously close here. With 1:20, La Lune really needs to go lightning fast to get the job done. Rage and Haste, the only 2 spells available for the drop, and this is looking like a time fail to me, Carbon.
Well, with about just over a minute left, some of these attacks can be pretty quick on the back end. The Stone Slammer is down. He needs a minion down south at 6 or something to start cleaning that area up, because the Archer Tower looks to be just out of range where the minion could be grabbing some value. So the spotters need to identify this. Now the Warden is pushing in with these balloons over the Eagle Artillery. There is the Tesla Farm and the Multi-Target Inferno. Drops that freeze. He's able to push his way through. The Stone Slammer is still up. So the matter of the strength of this is not a question. He should be able to push his way through, but the issue is now time. Now he finally drops those minions down south. But the question is, were those minions a little bit too late? The Stone Slammer is coming around. This king is standing, which is going to stall up some of these minions as they come through. We got a dragon as well. Only 20 seconds left here, Woody.
Yeah, this is a really tight one on time. To clean up along the outer edge might just barely be enough. They're dealing massive damage and spread out perfectly. A little bit of distraction from the Barbarian King isn't going to be enough to deny them this victory, though. Yes. They have done it. Go on in and shut that doghouse down. We have got a 100% 3-star after all. I was ready to show them the door when I saw 1:20 on the clock and no troops yet deployed. But wow, they went fast along the last lane of that base. Fast and furious, Carbon. So congratulations to them on the triple. That is going to be NGT Legends once again. Surprising, outperforming, and staying ahead of Team Bangladesh.
Absolutely. They showed you the strength of the Lalo attack. Yeah, the balloons can be a little slow, but as long as you have a beautiful spread and you have those minions around the base cleaning up during the actual attack, because that's what I've seen many attackers that are trying to get the experience like the pro players. What they're doing wrong typically is they don't drop those minions in time behind your balloons. They tend to drop the queen, they let her get her value, then you drop the lava hound balloons, and then when the balloons finally make their way to the back end of the base, it's like, oh, let me drop the minions now, and that causes time fails. But now we need Team Bangladesh has to answer with 3 stars of their own, and this time they're looking to keep this queen alive, and hopefully we have to keep our eye on the time, especially with the hybrid. You want to get the hybrid, the miners and hogs, down on the base with usually at least 1:35 left in the raid. So let's keep our eye on that. And if it comes down to time, did he drop it a little bit later? if it's indeed looking like it could be a 3.
Rabi from Team Bangladesh in the mid-war charge. We've got that hybrid army focused more heavily on miners than hogs, as we do often see with this setup. A long walk along the outer right edge for this queen. Raged up, gets a big rocket balloon pull.
Oh!
Gotta respond fast here. That's a lot of damage from the rocket loons.
Oh!
She is gonna be forced to pop her ability. I think she's still barely alive. Okay, healed back up now with the healers. That was a very dangerous spot there for Rabi.
It was indeed there. Bernal was trying to sneak in some rocket loons. They're so quick and really hard to react right there. But he able to keep the queen alive. But notice he does not have that queen ability left. But he starts the hybrid now. 1 minute and 47 seconds left in the raid. So he's got a little extra time. So he should hopefully be able to push his way through. So time hopefully should not be an issue for him as he's pushing the hybrid through this multi-target inferno. The queen is just avoiding the town hall poison, but the healers are not avoiding that red air bomb field.
Wow, Remy is gonna still have a great shot at it here. Big army in the bottom is what you still definitely want to have if you're focused on a Tesla farm. Unexpected. I think we might have actually seen this base before, so that could have given Remy a little bit of a hint as to how this deploy was going to shake out. 2 free spells, though, and no more heal spells to drop against. Still a multi-target Inferno and an Eagle Artillery. This is going to need to be perfect on the back end to be able to finish off, especially with the multi-target Inferno going to be burning up along this entire compartment. Springtrap triggers, and Rabi's hopes are just getting dashed to the wall.
They are looking to take down this enemy queen, but notice his Royal Champion has died off, so she cannot help assist anymore. This is typically where you want to have your Royal Champion ability, and it's looking like another defense coming in for NGT Legends. They are not only looking really strong on the offensive side of the game, getting those perfect wars, but NGT Legends is also super strong on the defensive side. They've got those traps placed perfectly. Tesla farms, red air bombs, seeking air mines that absolutely, and especially what you have inside your clan castle like Bernal with those rocket loons, just stall heroes in their tracks.
Slow finish here as we wither away. A 2-star 84% for Team Bangladesh when they were already behind on a star. Is going to be an even bigger opportunity now for NGT Legends to do what they do best and show us another perfect war. They are back-to-back perfect wars on their 2 previous encounters, and we may just very well see the tic-tac-toe finish here. That would be quite an incredible story for later today in the finals matchup, potentially against QSFN, if they are able to pull that off. I am super excited for that potentiality, but we hate to jinx it, so let's not talk about it too much, Carbon. What do you think is the lesson to learn from that last strike, though?
Well, I would say the big thing is try to get ready with a free spell because of the clan castle. If he was able to keep that queen ability alive, would he been able to get through a little bit more of the back section? Who knows? We'll have to see, but oh my goodness. We've got Cynthia of MCE. Wait, what? Oh, no, I'm saying Hog Riders, and I'm assuming it's going to be Cynthia again. It's Gabriel of NGT Legends coming in with the 35 Hog Riders. We saw it earlier being used with the Blizzard Hogs, and notice what he's taking out. He's taking out an Inferno Tower, but also the Bomb Tower that's right next to it, and he's also grabbing the Clan Castle, so it's looking like the perfect base again for this type of attack strategy.
Very, very nice. The Blizzard is a big investment, but when you find the right compartment to drop it into, you can get a lot of great work done here. Balloons are going to be able to nab an additional Archer Tower. Uh-oh, actually might not be able to with the Seeking Air Mine that just popped out there. A little bit of bad news for Gabriel, but not going to be a heart wrencher. We do have an Archer Queen to be able to finish that work off there, and some Ice Golem installation for that left side charge against the Town Hall. This is going to be a very high value Stewie dive if she does manage to pull this trick off. Not expecting to see any Teslas or any traps that could mess her up. But wow, gets the trigger on the tornado early. That's good news for Gabriel.
Absolutely. That tornado trap going off early so it doesn't move this queen around. Look at this. The queen's going to take the town down without even burning her ability, so she can then move her way to the bomb tower, grabbing the Grand Warden altar. There's her ability, does invest that there. So if he can continue to get this Warden, oh, down on poison, giant bomb, doing a little bit of damage, but this King does not go in towards, wait, never mind. He jumps in. Wait, no, he's going to go back. No, King, where are you going? He can't make up his mind. He's going back and forth.
What a whirly, twirly-wind event here for Gabriel. A bit of an uncertain King, but nonetheless, he will be charging in, still alive and happy to help out on these hogs as best he can behind these walls. They're hopping over and saying, sorry, King, you're going to have to wait back behind and do a little bit more damage later. But soaking shots from the Eagle Artillery is just about as good of a result as you could hope for as Gabriel as the attacker here, especially with such a big splash vulnerable squad as these hogs, which are now all entirely stacked up together. Distraction for that Wizard Tower is a great thing for Gabriel. He gets an additional hog on the outer edge to make sure that there's not going to be more splash damage coming in against his hogs. But a bit of an awkward pathing now as they're going to split up. A few of them going for the inner expo there, while most of them are still on the outer edge now. And Invis goes down, and I don't know if the positioning on that was perfect or not. A lot of splash from that scatter shot. It's going to end their hopes at victory.
We're going to see the first fail from NGT Legends in their last 13 attacks. They've been 12 for 12. Unbelievable. This one is not going to be getting it, but look at where that Eagle Artillery was, where that King is kind of standing. There's 1, 2, 3 giant bombs right there. That was devastating to the Hog Riders and did so much damage. What a great effort from NGT Legends right there, but we see that NGT Legends are not perfect. They can't always be getting these perfect wars. Nobody can. That's the thing. Clash of Clans is very difficult, especially at the top level, but the pros make these look so easy, and these to get perfect wars is still a feat nonetheless.
Yeah, it is a difficult run. Gotta hand it to him, though, on the effort put in, despite not getting the 3-star there and missing out on the perfect war. Look, they're still ahead. They're in a comfortable lead, in fact, on both an additional star and that big percentage pickup. So we're like writing the eulogy now for NGT Legends' perfect war attempt, but nonetheless, they have a lot to be happy about because of other events going across the table here. Very likely that they'll be able to advance through the finals with the mid-war kind of locked away now. We are entering the late war stage with Team Bangladesh needing back-to-back triples. Really, there's no other way that they're going to get the NGT Legends kicked out without that.
Well, if we take a look at the stats over on the far right side of the screen, we're noticing the Team Bangladesh is technically only down by 1 star. But look at that average destruction percentage, 94.7 to 81.3. That is a huge difference right there. And that alone is going to play a huge role. So Team Bangladesh just has to pray, has to hope that something happens to NGT Legends' next 2 attacks that gives them the chance to make the comeback. We saw QSFN make the epic comeback. So it's possible. It's going to be difficult here. Starting off with this Queen, taking out this Lava Hound. Does have the hybrid to use. Let's see if he can keep this Queen alive, pushing into the Town Hall. We've seen Queens go down before and to get taken down really early. But it's looking like Stefan should be able to keep this Queen alive.
Yeah, Stefan knows that he doesn't want to see the same end to the Queen charge that we just saw in the previous attack from Team Bangladesh. So instead, will be committing heavily to this Queen. Isn't facing against as many defenses in this charge as we saw in the previous round, but this Queen is still going to be well protected, and with a raged up healer army, he's going to now be able to refocus onto the top side where an early Eternal Tome will protect these hogs and miners coming on out. We really see a switch in favor for this hybrid army that Team Bangladesh really seems to be favoring. NGT Legends likes it too. Lots of zaps along the outer edge now as an Electra Owl is helping out alongside these guys. And man, look at all these wizards as well. This is some impressive cleanup firepower from the outside by Stefan.
Yeah, this Royal Champion is now invisible, protecting her through this multi-target Inferno, but notice this Eagle Artillery is still up at the very end. He can wall break this Queen to go in for the Eagle Artillery, but it's just raining fire down one at a time. This Royal Champion is going to go down, so she can't stay alive, but he finally now wall breaks him, but the problem is, will this Queen even step in to this Eagle Artillery?
Unknown.
Oh.
Yes, she does get the step in there. We'll be able to knock it down. 45 seconds left of the cleanup, and it's really just her and these minions. I guess the Expo is set to ground, so we won't be able to fire up at them, but the Wizard Tower does get the grab there. This is going to be a really tight race for the finish here. 33 seconds left. Throws out the last archer, and there's nothing left that Stefan can do but cross his fingers and pray. Will he be able to reach that Expo without having to crack through some walls? He's going to have to go
too
for
much
walls
damage,
anyways.
though.
Yeah.
That Queen goes down. The Expo does too much damage, and you know that the Expo did receive an upgrade from the last update, so it does more damage and it has more HP, so it makes it even harder doing those Queen charges. And now things are not looking good for Team Bangladesh with only one more attack from them. We've got two more from NGT Legends with the Star and the average destruction percentage lead.
Well, that is going to be a very tough war for Team Bangladesh to finish off with. NGT Legends with a triple now can pull it up to 11 and just basically end this thing before we even get to the final rounds of attacks. 30 seconds until they are going to launch their next one. We've seen a lot of aerial strikes. We've seen a good switch off onto the hybrid armies. I think Lawloons have been more successful than Dragon Riders.
Wow.
And I think maybe the hybrid's a bit more successful than P.E.K.K.A. Smashes. Would you say that hybrid and Lawloon are the top two attacks right now, or is there something else I need to focus on?
I still would say P.E.K.K.A. Smash over hybrid at the moment, just because as long as you protect those P.E.K.K.A.s, getting them into the core, they can still do so much. And also, there's definitely more popular because it's a lot easier to do a P.E.K.K.A. Smash than it is to do a hybrid, because all you gotta do is do a little tiny funnel for your Queen or Warden and then just send all the Super Wizards P.E.K.K.A. straight into the middle of the base. But Celino is not doing either one of those attacks, but granted, he does have 35 hogs. So NGT Legends is really bringing the hog attacks back, coming in with the Blizzard. Now the Queen's up top clearing this lava pups, but I can't really see how much HP she has. We'll see in just a bit once she walks down. The Unicorn is going to be working on healing her back up to full health, and he needs to make sure that this Queen now walks her way towards this Town Hall. The Giant is there to protect her. Some balloons go in. Actually, not just a few. It looks like 4 or so balloons go in and actually shred through that Archer Tower. Gonna take this cannon down to help this Queen step directly into the Town Hall.
Big entry point for Celinho, and that is not what you want to see as a defender. This is a master of hog armies. Not necessarily his forte, but especially when he gets a good entry with the Queen charge, as he does right now, not even backing it up with healers. It's the Sui dive, in fact. The Town Hall down, and with 3 heal spells. That is going to be a lot to keep these piggies topped off and healthy. Early entry point with the Eternal Tome there is good news to catch those Teslas popping on up. No damage dealt by them as long as that Eternal Tome is live. And even though he is finding a few giant bombs here, 3 heal spells, 2 of them actually going to be Venn diagrammed out on that left compartment, while 1 will still remain for that multi-target Inferno. He waits until the multi locks onto a few hogs on the outer edge and then sends in a couple onto the inside. Brilliant tech here by Celino to grab that multi. It doesn't go down.
No. He drops a few back-end hogs. He still has 6 more, and that RC ability, and another freeze. Oh, this is looking good from Celino. This is how you get it done with those hogs. The previous hog attack, unfortunately, wasn't able to get it done. But this one, he got the value. He's got 20 seconds. He drops a freeze, RC ability. He can even drop these hogs for cleanup now. You typically never see enough hogs to be saved for cleanup because you typically need to use all of them in your raid. And this is a beautiful attack right here from Selena of NGT Legends, and now they are looking like they are walking away with this one, putting up 3 stars left and right, especially with a meta attack strategy. Well, am I saying Hogs are meta now? I would say non-meta attack strategy, to be honest.
Yeah, this is certainly a little bit out of left field here. We much more often see Hogs paired up with those miners. So to go full on whole Hog and to get the triple with it, Solino really must have identified that this was a base vulnerable to defensive destruction. Hogs with triple heal spell, in fact, I think is definitely the way you want to go there, rather than teaming them up with miners and trying to go for a bit more of a even-handed appeal. If you go full Hog, the heals are essential, especially if you wind up losing a few to traps in the early stage. Giant bombs can be deadly as well as those spring traps if you don't bring a big, healthy complement of heals. So he did the Eternal Tome entry with a double heal spell, and I think that that was kind of necessary to justify that play. Shaun from Team Bangladesh coming back with a bowler, not a super one this time, but it is going to be an Inferno Dragon Rider duel. Can we get these Inferno Dragons to triple after all, even though they just were unable to yesterday, Carbon?
With the early Warden ability, hopefully he should be able to protect him. And like you said, can he do it? I think potentially, as long as these Inferno Dragons and Dragon Riders can push their way straight through this core where the Royal Champion and multi-target Inferno are standing. His heroes are going on the top side. Needs to take down this clan castle so a CC of a potential Lava Hound does not get lured out. There's a freeze on the Royal Champ and the Sweeper. The CC has been cleared. Still has this King ability. The Queen ability is actually forced. And can she get the multi? Yes, just in time before she goes down. That multi-target Inferno goes down, which is huge value. Now the Royal Champion is joining in.
This is going to be a fantastic finish for Shaun. It's really looking like a very close match for these Inferno Dragons. They might yet still get it, but it is going to be an exciting fireworks display either way. I think that this last compartment might just be a bit too much to handle, though, with walls still left to separate the Barbarian King from the internals. He's really got to rely heavily on these Inferno Dragons, which are taking shots from the builder huts even. But hang on, he's been able to do it. All defenses that target the sky have been eliminated, and unless we see some bombs go off here, the Electro Owl and Inferno Dragons will get the kill. Very rapid hit from Shaun pays off, and we see our first triple with Inferno Dragons, Carbon.
Wow, look at that. The Inferno Dragons coming in, getting that 3-star. Typically, you tend to see Inferno Dragons being used more in the beginning part of the war because typically those don't require as much planning as Queen Charge type attacks. But we do have a 3-star coming in from Team Bangladesh, which is going to put them at 12 stars. And NGT Legends, where are they standing? Well, they've got 11, meaning all they need to get is a 2-star, and they will win this war and advance to the finals. And who's waiting in the finals for them? It would be QSFN trying to take that one. And then the loser of this will take on JX Tiger in the 3rd place match, because still you want to stay focused. You don't want to lose any momentum. Even though if you lose, you want to keep your motivation high so that you can try to still win 3rd place if you do lose this match, because that is still additional points going into the next week, right? It all works through is whoever comes in first gets the most points in the kind of the bracket in the tournament, and whoever has out of the 3 weeks of competition the most the top most points, those are the teams. The top 4 will get invited to the playoffs, and then there will be a last chance qualifiers. The teams have one final chance to try to earn a spot to make it to join, which is really, to be honest, the last chance for teams that really haven't been making it to have any points to try to qualify.
Right, you are never too early to keep in mind what is left to come. This today is all about those points for the final playoffs showing. And as I've said before, I think that the first week is the most important of the 3 pre-qualifier weeks because it allows you to play more safe in the later stages if you get a really good showing early on. We've actually seen teams in the past that have had kind of, middling performances, maybe got to the semis in the first week and then kind of failed in the second week, and then in the third week kind of have the pressure really put to them to try to get enough points to re-qualify without having to go to the last chance qualifier. We actually saw, I think it was Alternate Attacks had a really good point setup from early weeks, but couldn't manage to get enough early on to guarantee a spot in the playoffs and had to go to the last chance qualifiers in the previous season. Now, they, of course, did become the champions of Clash Masters, but that just goes to show you why you would really want to get that spot early on to try to avoid a potential disaster where you didn't make it through on last chance.
It looks like Patel's coming in with a Stone Slammer in this area, which actually helps open up a little bit of these walls. The Super Wizards make their way to the Town Hall. That should be going down. He did activate the Tornado Trap. He drops another Invis. He's got one left. It goes for the Lava Hound, unless he makes it invisible. Now, no, wait. They go for the Skeleton, and then they come back to the Single Target Inferno, and the Single Target Inferno goes down with the final shot from that Super Wizard. Brilliant. Now you can drop a Baby Dragon to help clear the Hound and the Pups, or you just drop your Queen to do it even faster.
Well, Poison Spell does go out. Queen is going to be safe to continue her reign of destruction along the outer edge here. Patolino, a very strong striker from yesterday, we saw got somewhat of an upset win for the NGT Legends to carry them on to that perfect war. No opportunity for the perfect war here today, but as we've seen already, a 2-star is sufficient to claim victory, and even a 1-star with a pretty middling percentage would probably be able to get the victory here as well. So backup support for this Queen, who doesn't have any healers. Instead, is going to be that Barbarian King charging out just in front of her. Really great timing by Patolino, and excellent identification as well for the chance for a Baby Dragon here to burp away at a cannon. Didn't finish it off and was vulnerable to that air defense, but nonetheless has got a lot of access to the interior compartments, which are tightly compacted and really difficult to deal with. Queen is nonetheless going to get on in there, knock apart an air defense if she's fortunate. Might even finish off the enemy Queen Archer Queen. Carbon.
Wait. Yes, the final shot. The Queen takes down that Archer Queen here. Comes in with the Lala over on the top side. That Single Target Inferno is standing in the court. Does lock onto the lasty of the Raw Champion. But get ready for the Grand Warden ability through this back section. And we have just that Raw Champion that is standing, picking off these Lava Pups. But the Headhunters now join the mix. There's the War Internal Tome as he pushes his way through. But he also clipped the Raw Champion as well in the War Internal Tome, which now she takes out the Single Target Inferno. And these balloons are moving their way around. 30 seconds left, and it looks like we've got another 3-star on our hands from NGT Legends. As long as he's got the time, these balloons are pushing their way through. This would put them at a 14-star performance here in the semifinals of the Clash Masters.
Excellent job here, and very nearly got the perfect. But
Wait.
is it going to be the 3-star after all? 7 seconds left. Cleanup is going as fast as it can. Sweep them up. Get the broom.
No!
Hold the stuff can. No! That is going to be a little bit left for Patolino, who is just short of that triple, but still a lot to be happy about here. Despite missing that, it wasn't going to be a perfect war, so it's not like we missed that opportunity. And nonetheless, with the advancement for NGT Legends, but with 13 stars, I don't know, that's a pretty big drop from their prior showings, Carbon.
Yeah, from the previous 2 wars where they were a perfect war and then another perfect war. This time they come with 13 stars, but remember, it's all about what you put up against your opponent, and they did put up more stars and percentage, and they advanced to the finals. So that means NGT Legends is going to move on. So let's go and take a look at the bracket and where we currently stand, because NGT Legends will be moving on to take on QSF in the finals. And then Team Bangladesh is still going to be playing, but they are going to be taking on JX Tiger next. And that is going to be the very next matchup, is that 3rd place match. And then we have the grand finals. Remember, these are all best of 1s. It's not a best of 2, so you lose, you are done at this point here. And we are going to see the final 2 wars here today to try to get those points. And we are going to be taking a short break here, and then we will be jumping into the Team Bangladesh and JX Tiger War. And then right after that will be the grand finals, going straight into that, which will be QSFN and NGT Legends. It's still, we have epic wars to come to see who is going to be winning this first week of the qualifiers for Clash Masters in Season 2. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after this very short break.
Howdy y'all, and welcome back to the Clash Masters. Our first season finished off. Season 2 in our first week now sees the elimination of our reigning champions, alternate attacks. That means with our finals coming up in the next 2 wars, we will have a new leading contender. 4 clans remain, but just 2 of them in the bronze match means that we have got a great chance for both JX Tiger and QSFN to get that top spot. But first, it's the bronze match. My name's Woody, and I'm joined here by Carbon Finn. Let's take a look at the bracket. What are you noticing here, Carbon?
I'm noticing we've got some epic teams that we're going to be seeing. 2 wars to go here, ladies and gentlemen. First is going to be the 3rd place match. JX Tiger versus Team Bangladesh. Then the grand finals. Right after that, QSFN versus NGT Legends. And notice who QSFN took out in that first round. The defending world champions, alternate attacks. NGT Legends has been looking super strong throughout Clash Masters with 2 perfect wars. They did put up a 13-star performance in their last war, but the thing to keep on a mind on is they've been bringing the Hogs, the Blizzard Hogs specifically, back in their attack, so cannot wait to see what they're going to bring there. But for this next match in the 3rd place is going to be JX Tiger Team Bangladesh. We are going to have to see, can JX Tiger bounce back after their 11-star performance against QSFN? And the big storyline in that war was QSFN getting a 1-star, but they still were able to defeat and make that comeback against JX Tiger. So do you think they have what it takes to mentally bounce back from that?
I sure hope that they do. Kamaljit from Team Bangladesh must feel like this is going to be an extremely difficult war against JX Tiger, a squad that just had a really tight finish with excuse me about that, a tight war against QSFN. We are now seeing them try to make this initial entry point with a big blast. And it's always an excitement to see a balance change and then a big esports event come a couple of weeks after that and watch how the adaptations have come along from these players. It seems that Blizzards are quite well favored and Dragon Riders are ascendant in the skies over their Inferno Dragon brothers. But Kamaljit with a very wide spread in this strike, initially taking the Town Hall, but now refocusing down to the bottom corner, has got a lot left to go for this 2-minute hit to get the triple.
Yeah, with the Queen finally taking out the Lava Pups here. Now we can charge this Queen towards the Scatter. Wallbricks again towards the Eagle Artillery. The Baby Dragon is setting up the funnel to potentially send the King in towards that area, which we do see the Queen there, but the enemy Queen steps up for his Queen. Gonna force this first free spell to help keep that Queen's ability intact. The Eagle Artillery has locked on this King, so the Queen is looking pretty healthy, moving her way through, but we do have the Dragon Riders. With that Town Hall being taken down nice and early, he doesn't have to worry about investing anything for it at this point. But here comes the Dragon Riders off to the right side to take out this multi-target Inferno since the Queen can't reach it, and she's going to be walking her way towards the middle, but it doesn't look like she has any wall breakers to bust through there, so he's just going to rely on the Queen maybe beating through these walls.
This is also a really aggressive Eternal Tome early on to protect against that single target Inferno, but he needs something to speed them up. I'm really waiting for a Rage spell to come on out and help these guys out. Oh, a Freeze instead. Okay, that just does the job as well. And a Rage stacked on top. In fact, we'll get the work done. But so many Dragon Riders actually went for the core of the base. The right smack dab in the middle multi-target Inferno finally goes down after burning up a couple of Dragon Riders. And this attack is not guaranteed to get the triple by any means. Still losing more Dragon Riders as the Scatter Shot gets a lock on now. And it's really just the heroes along the outer edge with one more Dragon Rider to try to finish this thing off. Tesla is going to be finished off. We've already seen that final hero ability from the Archer Queen ready to be used at the most crucial moment. Will it get popped in conjunction with this freeze to get that last compartment, though? That's a lot to ask.
Well,
Harvin.
he does need to drop the minion down south at 6. I don't know where his spotters are. Where is someone to say, hey, drop the minion down there, because the pet house is just standing there, and he doesn't do it. So if time is going to be the issue, they're not going to walk their way through. I was looking at that the whole time, and nobody noticed it for Team Bangladesh that he's going to time fail this because of it.
What a big bummer for Kamaljit and Team Bangladesh on an otherwise really great strike. But that, as you mentioned, is a time when some of your buddies can really help you out, give you the heads up there and say, hey, all you really need to do is just drop a couple of minions, and that thing's going to be toast in 30 seconds. You've got the time to do it, but you need to be able to develop and focus your attention elsewhere. Absent of that, a 2-star 99% is going to be just a tearjerker for Team Bangladesh in a fight that they really needed to go triples back to back to back against JX Tiger.
Yeah, JX Tiger has been putting up some great performances earlier in the Clash Masters. Granted, it was only 11-star performance in their last war. So, a 99% there from Team Bangladesh still is a great start, but in a competition like this, you're going to have to be putting up 3 stars. And now we got Vic with the P.E.K.K.A Smash.
Vic brings in 3 witches, a relatively heavy component of support troops here for this attack. He's also going to send in the battle blimp right out the rip. Big early blizzard along this top compartment. Actually, hang on, I don't see any invis. What is that? It's just a raged up Yeti clump trying to show up in the top compartment. What was the plan with that battle blimp hit?
Well, he definitely just wanted to take out this top area up here with the Inferno Tower, because then it can help set up this queen, right? Then she can walk right by it. She can also reach over the wall and grab this Tesla as she walks left, it seems like. So that's the biggest thing. So you really want to protect your queen's healers. So you want to get stuff that the queen can't reach, but can hit the queen and her healers as she walks by. So here goes the Headhunter to help take down this Defending King, setting up a beautiful funnel. And then he's got 3 super wall breakers, but notice he also has the P.E.K.K.A.s and super wizards that are going to join in. So he's got to push his way through the core all the way into the middle. Here comes the Grand Warden to help set up and help this queen push her way through. The Air Expo is locking on, but notice this queen could walk left or right. We're going to have to really see where she wants to decide because, you know, the queen, she always has a mind of her own.
Yeah, she sure does. Tough to predict which direction she'll go on any path here, but Vic may have just got it perfectly set up so that whichever way she goes, he can make the most of it. It looks like it's going to be a concentration of firepower along the bottom left side here with the queen helping out along these P.E.K.K.A.s. That can get double value on the jump spell, but it does leave that Eagle artillery up and away, difficult to reach. He will virtually guarantee the Town Hall going down, though, with the positioning of this jump spell. He's just got to be wary about that big splash damage that's going to be hammering him away at him for the next minute.
And notice how these super wizards, none of them went into the core of this base, but that was a beautiful Warden ability to protect all these troops into the core. I guess he doesn't need these super wizards in the middle after all. They're just going to move their way around. The Town Hall does go down, and these healers have transferred off. They're staying on this queen. There is a rage to get through this compartment now. Sends that Royal Champion from the top side to go in to help take down this Eagle artillery. But this is just an absolutely gorgeous attack. Now the question is not just if he has the strength, because it's definitely going to be a 3-star, if he has the time. He's got just under 30 seconds left with the Royal Champion ability, the Queen ability as well. He's got the troops on the outside for cleanup, grabbing all of these buildings, and I believe he should just have enough here, Woody.
He did go for the single drop minion onto that gold storage, and that might have helped to refocus the Grand Warden out there as well. He got the big shield toss from the Royal Champion, and in the end, it was a clean finish. 3 stars for Vic, and the JX Tigers have got exactly what they wanted in the opening salvo here. An additional star up, and even though it's not going to be much on percentage, that star makes all the difference, especially when you are the second to attack. Having that star lead is more important than the percentage lead, because it means that you can just finish off with a 2 in the end if you do already have that big advantage. So great job there to JX Tiger. Lots to be happy about.
That's the thing. This war is decided by one building, just one, and many of these wars have come down to one building being the tiebreaker of moving on or losing and getting knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, we already saw that, right? Exactly, with Bangladesh and Indian Clashers coming down to just like 0.3 percentage.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what these teams are fighting for. And that's why you never want to give up in your attack. You always want to use your final archers, your minions, barbarians, whatever it may be to get those final buildings on the outside, because those percentage matter. But Team Bangladesh, let's see, time to bounce back from that 99% time fail. And to be honest, that should have been a triple. If the spotters were paying attention, telling him, hey, drop the minion down south for the pet house, And I saw that pretty early, and I was like, oh my goodness, he did not do that. And that was just a very easy thing to do to secure the 3-star. But Carrie, can she come in with the Hydra? We got a blimp in towards we got a blizzard that's looking like these. We got 5 invisibility spells. We probably may have a super archer in the mix. Tend to see with a clone spell if that's the case here.
Carrie had a very impressive entry in the previous war, you'll recall, with that long bomb blimp that went across the entirety of the map for a blizzard at the end with freeze and Eternal Warden support to get it there. That is the sort of tactical play that makes me believe that this next strike is going to be very well planned out in advance. A freeze on that air sweeper, in fact, charging into it is a very risky and aggressive play by Carrie, but if she manages to get these dragons over the hump, that could get the work done. Yes, the balloon knocks it down, so there's no longer anything to worry about here, but it is a split attack now. Some Dragon Riders going for the bottom side and some Dragons for the top right. There's so much happening all over the map. A blizzard up in the top left compartment as well. Carrie is like an automaton, able to manage so many different fronts of this war at once. We're only a minute into the attack, Carbon.
That was gorgeous. The blimp landing perfectly to grab the town hall and everything in the middle. Now sending the Royal Champion over on the top side. There's some rock balloons freezing up the enemy queen. Luckily, we do have one dragon down south at 6 to help with cleanup, but we still have over a minute and 40 seconds left in this raid. The RC's got our ability, and this is looking good. I mean, what's going to stop this attack? I don't think there's anything here. The RC should be able to stay alive here with the Lassie moving her way through, and should get a 3-star with just under a minute 30. The minions up top cleaning up a little bit, but with that RC ability, it's going to clutch it up.
Yep, plenty of time, and that's one of the advantages on going berserker mode like Carrie just did, dropping everything in the kitchen sink in the initial stage of the strike. Even if you do wind up with just a little bit left at the end, it's going to be enough to get the cleanup, and now she can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the final few buildings come crashing down, watching this masterpiece of a strike finish with fruition. The triple against JX Tiger gives Team Bangladesh a shot in the arm in this early war, and high hopes for the future. Not ahead, but certainly not slipping up too much.
Yeah, that's the 3-star that Team Bangladesh needed right there. After their 99% time fail that they get, now we're going to see JX Tiger. Can they keep the 3 stars rolling in? Because if JX Tiger lose, no matter what, or not lose, if they fail their next attack, no matter what, guaranteed, it will be a tie, or Team Bangladesh will be having the advantage because of the 99% in their very first attack. So we saw P.E.K.K.A Smash coming in. The thing that we've been seeing with Team Bangladesh's bases is they've been more towards kind of the legend style. So I'm wondering if this is really going well for teams that are playing, that has players that are up high in legends, that find bases like this all the time. Because we're not seeing all these kind of anti 3-star designs. We're seeing ones where town halls are really kind of in compartments where expos are set to the ground. There's all these bomb towers, traps, and we're going to have to see what JX Tiger is going to bring next to Team Bangladesh's bases.
Yeah, I guess if I were to contrast this event with an event like the Clash of Clans World Championship, you would see more bases getting deployed in an event like this that has more clans competing over a longer time period, multiple weeks. It's in COC World Champs Esports, you only really have sometimes 3 or 4 wars to fight, and so you don't have to build that many bases. When you're facing off against like 17 wars in a season, though, you really need to have a lot of bases available to you. And with the difficulty that comes with investing that sort of time in construction, you, I think, do wind up seeing more legend-type bases in an event like this, and that lends even more to help out players who have got lots of experience. So it's kind of an even more volatile and swingy event that leverages a higher skill cap, I think. Or maybe not necessarily a skill cap, but like experience cap. Whoever is playing the game more is going to have a big upper hand in this sort of event.
Yeah, and that's why these pro teams really say, hey, we would love for our players to really push up in Legends, because it's a great practice tool for these players to be doing these 8 attacks a day to try to get that practice up there on those maxed out bases and try different attack strats, or even just continue to find those bases that may be popular and could be used in wars just like this. But here we have JX Tiger with this queen charge, pulling out this Clan Castle. He wants this jump spell to give him access to the multi-target Inferno. There's the free spell onto the super minions. Was that the right call? This queen is taking quite a bit of damage, and she's staying alive. Oh, the ability was forced, unfortunately. Here comes a Rocket Loon. The blimp is going for the Town Hall, but the queen does secure the multi-target Inferno. No, the blimp finds a tornado trap, Woody.
That is going to be a really tough nut for his shot to crack down on the back end without a siege machine. Needs to really force in heavy with all the spells that remain to try to get in there. And manages to get it done!
Wow.
Did you see that sneak?
Yeah, those sneaky goblins just were able to secure it. And he dropped an invisibility spell because he was worried that it was not going to take it. Look at all those traps by that Tassels in the middle. Oh my god, that did so much damage, but unfortunately now he doesn't have that invisibility spell, which he would love to have used for his Royal Champion. But I guess one nice little benefit is that the queen went down, the healers transferred off to the Royal Champion here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over yet. Give Ja some credit here. Most of the defensive structures are down. If we can keep these minions up, that might be enough DPS to finish this thing off with another red air bomb triggering there in the left side compartment. They may just survive after all. Now, it is going to be difficult to path over a big section of the space and dodge red air bombs all throughout, but as the minions spread, it's becoming ever more and more likely that they'll be able to get back into the middle. Royal Champion can hop over walls, of course, so that's not going to be an issue for her. Can we do it? Go, go, go.
Royal
They're getting a chip damage in. No red air bombs trigger. That's exactly what he needs. He's going to chip away. Chip finally. 1, 2, 3, down! Ja gets the triple for JX Tiger and maintains the lead.
Wow, beautiful job, JX Tiger. Keep the lead by 1 building. If he failed that, it would have been a tied war at a 99% destruction. But no, it's back-to-back triples from JX Tiger, and they are bouncing back from their 11-star performance earlier. And this is exactly what they need to do, is getting these 3 stars in the 3rd place match. That's what they're trying to do. Whoever wins this is going to be getting a little bit more points for later, because we have 2 more weeks of the qualifiers, and then we have a last chance qualifiers. And remember, you guys at home can sign up your team right now. You guys can go do it. It is the 2nd season of the Clash Masters. So you're watching this and you're like, hey, I can compete. My team can take on these. Well, it's time for you to prove it. Make sure you go check out the Discord for Clash Champs, or Clash Masters, I should say, and they're going to see what they can do, because JX Tiger is coming in very strong here with these 3 stars. But Team Bangladesh has been coming with a couple different attack strategies. They are looking strong as well, and with that 99% time fail, they're keeping this war super close here, Woody.
Tight war and an even more exciting start for this one by Robbie. Look at this. A Tesla farm pops up, and it's going to make things really difficult for this Barbarian King. He is trying his best to crack through and shut down this outer edge, but that is going to be a hyper fast response by Rabbit to get that queen down as soon as possible to help along with the DPS there. That actually might wind up being good news, because these dragons and dragon riders certainly do not like to find a Tesla farm on the outer edge, and he might even be able to get the job done with just his queen. You see 4 gold storages on the back side here, trying to slow down any entry point out on that side. Bit of an atypical setup here from Kyungren, but maybe there's some method to the madness here, maybe some traps on the interior to make it even more difficult for the queen, or is she even going to get this target down?
Wait, come on. Oh, the small bombs. No. Look at that. The queen. He invests the freeze. Town Hall. Yes.
Oh, man.
Wow, that was close. The queen luckily got that down. He needed it. But now here comes... Oh, look at these traps. The sinking air mines right in front of these dragons. But he drops the rage. Get ready for an early warden ability to protect. Push through the core of this base. He's making his way through. Not popping the warden ability. He's waiting just barely. Now pulls out the clan castle. Pops it now. Needs to take out these headhunters that did get lured out. We probably got a lava hound waiting in the midst of the CC. So he's going to probably jump the Royal Champion from the bottom side to stay clear of that clan castle.
Bit more of a spread here now as they're facing off against the air defenses out back. That is going to be the big target that they hope that to be they can take down nice and early. But a bit of an awkward spread here once again as Dragons and Dragon Riders are going to fan out toward alternate edges. That air defense holding on for a very long time is bad news for Robbie. Forces in the Royal Champion to finish it off. Dragons once again on the bottom side are facing too much pressure from that air defense, and they go down. The 3 that remain here for cleanup have 52 seconds to get this work off, and I think that will indeed be the case. Lots of time for cleanup and lots of troops along the outer edge. It was a tough cookie, but he took a big chomp out of the right corner there with that Royal Champion, and with just enough firepower to finish off the air defense before the Grand Warden and other supporting troops came into harm's way. Rebby gets the triple.
Beautiful. Wow, absolutely gorgeous right there. Coming away with another 3-star, and this war is showing up right here. 3 stars. After 3 stars, only 1 failed. That was a 99% earlier, the very first attack in this war. We've got a war on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to miss these final attacks coming in, because this is for the 3rd place match. They're going to be getting those points trying to get seeded, but still, JX Tiger is going to have to put up a 3-star just to keep the advantage, to keep the lead by 1 building, Woody.
A really slim lead at that. But Team Bangladesh are showing us in attacks 2 and 3 that these JX Tiger defenses can be cracked. They can fall down. Just the same as we saw from QSFN, a squad that got a 1-star against them, but then came back with multiple triples to still get that scoreline up to 12 total. So that was actually 3 triples from QSFN. And an unusual reversal here. JX Tiger had actually had really solid defenses against Ocean Oasis and Team Pandavas, and previously in the top 16. They'd only been 3-star 3 times in those 10 attacks. So the hit rate's really swinging out of JX Tiger's favor. An unusual turn of events for a golden ticket holding team.
Yeah, this is the stage that you want to come through, and both these teams are doing exactly that. And now we have JX Tiger coming in with the Dragon Rider Bats. We have the Queen down south making her way to the right side with a super wall breaker and ice golem to help protect her. But again, we're looking at this base, and again, we are seeing all these expos surrounding this town hall. We're seeing these builder huts over there as well. The Grand Warden is on ground, joining in with these double ice golems. And get ready, he's going to push his way through to try to get as much value from across the base as possible. But he's got 10 sneaky goblins to use. But if I'm mistaken, he doesn't have an invisibility spell for them. So he... wait a second. What's the plan to take that town hall down then? Uh-oh.
I'm not sure. This is going to be a really risky move from Kyung Ren.
Oh, no.
Needs to just hope beyond hope that these troops can make it all the way to the outer edge. That is going to be a very risky play, and I guess something that they might want to try to go for, given that they have a tight race against Team Bangladesh and have had mishaps happen in the mid to late war in previous rounds. Super minions coming out the CC are not going to be good news for them at all. They do grab it with the sneaky goblins there, so Kyung Ren does slot away the 2-star. But wow, this was pretty disastrous for Kyung Ren, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, no, hold on. He still got the bats to use and 4 freezes. So the big thing I was worried about was those sneaky goblins if they were able to make it to town hall, but the haste made the difference there. And these Dragon Riders coming off to the right side, as long as he keeps the scatter shot frozen, Dragon Riders may pull... Oh, there's the red air bombs right there. But these bats are crushing through the top side. There's a freeze up top there. Wow. 2 minions to use for cleanup. And look at that. So back to what I was thinking about the sneaky goblins. I was like, wait a second. He doesn't have an invisibility spell, which is typically what you tend to see used on sneaky goblins to protect him over the town hall. But the haste is what was needed to shoot them straight to the town hall. And a beautiful, gorgeous, look at that, 3-star coming in, getting it done for JX Tiger. And the 3 stars after 3 stars and 3 stars coming in. And JX Tiger, after going 3 for 3, only have 1 building lead is still crazy. This war can go any direction at any point here, Woody.
Well, that was exactly the sort of heads-up play that you need to see from a top-level player in order to salvage the plan for an attack, getting the haste down for the sneaky goblins to finish off the town hall, freeze you up to take your preferred point of entry to attack this base. If the Town Hall stands, you have to potentially swap back out and go for a different line of attack to ensure the 2-star on lockdown, and then maybe wind up giving up the 3. But with the great spell deployment there, even though things were a little bit shaky in the first stage of that hit, the repair was excellent, and the 3-star was well earned. Still a lead for JX Tiger.
Yeah, the lead indeed, even though it's by that one building. This is the third place match. Both these teams are showing up here. The perfect time to step up and try to get it done. So Team Bangladesh, are we going to be seeing another dragon attack that we've been seeing? Are we going to maybe see a P.E.K.K.A smash? I'm trying to wonder. We did see the other day Super Bowler being used, right? But I would love to see the Super Bowlers being used again. Maybe the pros will eventually find the meta or the right attack strategy for maybe mix in like 1, 2, or even 3. I tried doing a Super Bowler inside of a blimp before, and it's really difficult, not going to lie. But Stefan decides to keep it with the air. He's got the Queen Charge Dragon Riders, a typical kind of, before the update, was very meta. We saw it all the time with the mix of Mass Inferno Dragons, but we did see the Dragon Riders get kind of nerfed a little bit, but they're still strong. They still have the same DPS, but they just have to get a little bit closer to the buildings in order to do that. So the Queen looks like she's walking right, which is not the direction he wanted the Queen to go, because he did wall break to the left over there. Or does he want to get the King? Push into that scatter shot, though.
Queen on the bottom gets a nice eagle. Scatter shots are a big worry, but not quite so much for Dragon Riders. As long as they got a little bit of spread and don't give away that splash damage value, they should be fine to path through them. Air defenses on the back edge, though, are going to be mighty tough to handle. We've got a Royal Champion waiting in the wings to maybe be able to grab one on that left corner. It's relatively close to the outer edge and could be a quick target, especially if this Barbarian King provides the funnel for her there.
Does lure out this clan castle of Headhunters and the Lava Hound. The blimp is pushed back a little bit, finds... Oh, will it go? Oh, I don't think so. Yes. Oh, some balloons do actually target to the Town Hall, take it down, and pull a few traps. Now some Dragon Riders make their way to the core with the Royal Champion, freezes up that enemy Queen. And what is this Queen doing? Beating on the wall right there. Queen, you're going for the wrong wall. She's going to help onto the clan castle. We do have Final Tassifar, but the Town Hall poison is shredding through these Dragon Riders.
Wow, unfortunate tornado there toward the backside, especially with a Tesla popping up. That's going to get out the ability there from the Royal Champion, but balloons are going down. Still facing off against a Lava Hound floating in the skies. It's going to be even more of a slowdown for this Archer Queen, who's trying to pummel her way through these walls in the core, but is already being targeted on by a scatter shot. Last little bit of oomph from this balloon in Grand Warden might be enough to finish off the scatter. That's very good news for Stefan, who just needs to handle the outer edge. But lots of walls have cracked through this poor Queen. Might have had enough DPS if she could just walk on over, but it is going to be a tough finish for Stefan now.
30 seconds left. The Queen can reach everything here because there is an opening in the wall there. 26 seconds. Come on, Queen. Can you finish off these final buildings? The minion's helping a little bit on DPS. There's a free spell. He's got one more minion maybe to drop on the army camp. He does. 16 seconds. Queen for Stefan. She's pushing her way through. Can he do it? The final buildings.
Go, go, go. The last chance.
Come
the
on.
best hope. Team Bangladesh
Yes.
does it. Stefan, you are a
Oh.
monster. The triple keeps JX Tigers on their toes, and we might just see one of the biggest upsets. Since earlier today when we saw JX Tiger drop to QSFM. This is really quite an incredible storyline shaping up because JX Tiger, as we've said before, is a golden ticket team. This is a championship squad. And for them to fail, I guess they are still ahead technically if they get the triples here, but they're giving up a lot of ground that we wouldn't expect to see from a squad like this. They're perfect so far in this war. Maybe I'm being too hard on JX Tiger. Maybe I should really just be celebrating Team Bangladesh instead.
Yeah, Team Bangladesh coming in with beautiful attacks here. To think that the one fail is that time fail, that the minion didn't get dropped on the pet house. They were so close to be putting up 14 stars or 12 stars at this point, 4 triples, but they've got that one fail, missing one building. But here we go, JX Tiger bringing something different now, and it's the Super Witches. It's all about dropping your Super Witches in together here, and they are so tanky. And the big thing is you want these healers to transfer to the Super Witches, and how do you do that? Well, watch. The whole point is you want to drop all your Super Witches on the exact same tile, so the Eagle Artillery targets the group of Super Witches, they take some damage, and that causes the healers to transfer. Let's see. Okay, he drops one off here. Will he push his way through? Yeah, drops 3 of them together there as he pushes his way through. The King is actually aggroing, but luckily he's pushing his way straight in towards this Eagle Artillery, so he's able to take that down nice and early here.
Running amok through the mid, a jump to that big compartment, but facing off against 3 Ice Golems for a big slowdown. Not what you want to see if the multi-target Inferno's already got the lock on you. Those poor Super Witches are going to get a lot of fire spread on them. Still, the healers could keep them up and alive. One heal spell as well for Mach in case of emergency, trying to fend off disaster. But the heroes have really taken a beating and are really getting awfully low here. This poor Barbarian King's going to hop over the wall and do his best in the core here with the big Iron Fist. He's smashing through after all, and a double jump through the mid with not too much DPS. Mach might have identified the perfect pathing for this sort of attack, Carbon.
Yeah, and now he jumped his way towards this Town Hall and makes it all the way. Look at these Super Witches, and the Queen takes the jump, and they're locking on Town Hall. There's the freeze. The Royal Champion up top by 12 next to that scatter shot should be able to help clear that. The Hogs come on the bottom side, and this is another 3-star. Look at what's coming in here today. This is just gorgeous. Wait a second. We got a Tesla farm that just pops up right at 6 o'clock at the bottom of your screen. And that will slow him down a little bit, but that Royal Champion, once she pops the ability, and it will skip its way through. Queen's ability goes off. And we've got another 3-star here today. Dang, look at what's going on in this war, Woody. What?
I almost kind of wish that Mach had waited for that cannon to go down just so that the shield would have been able to knock apart all of the Teslas. But nevertheless, great job there by Mach. The triple by JX Tiger brings them up and again to 12 stars. Still holding the lead and the hope for that additional perfect war on the board. After dropping out to QSFN, JX Tigers are once again showing us why they are up here at the top. They can go for those big, high-scoring, super offensive wars and come home very happily rewarded. So Team Bangladesh, even with a triple, can't secure victory here, but will continue to pressure JX Tiger. I mean, if Team Bangladesh triples here, it's basically going to require a perfect war from JX Tiger to move on.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I was just about to say. If Team Bangladesh get that 3-star, JX Tiger must 3-star themselves to win this war. If they get 99%, it would be tied overall on percentage and stars, meaning it would come down to the average attack duration, which I don't know which attack has been faster, which team technically, but we've got ourselves the final set of attacks here in this 3rd place match. Team Bangladesh, it's time for you to step up here to put on a 3-star. If you do, you'll be at a 14-star war at like a 99.8. Just think about it. You've got 14 stars, 99.8, and you lose by 1 building overall. I can't imagine the heartbreak here, but here we go. And notice that he has Mass Inferno Dragons. Not only is he thinking Mass Inferno Dragons may 3-star, but Woody, remember, Mass Inferno Dragons is a faster attack, so this could also potentially influence the average attack duration.
It could. If we do wind up going down to a tiebreaker, though, I think that would be less likely since we do have that percentage lead and the star lead for JX Tiger. It would be an awfully terrifying finish if that were to go down to the 99%. Shaun is going in lightning fast, though, and with the skeletons ready to deploy on the interior there for that single target, Inferno has got a great plan in mind. You can tell it. Stone Slammer is out, and it's about to get the pop, but with skeletons additionally there to support it, whatever comes out is going to have a much easier time. Freeze as well for that Town Hall, and the Rage Shout on the back end might get this thing up to 14 stars.
Look at these Inferno Dragons staying alive. Now the Queen is still up on the backside, picking off some of these skellies. He's got the World Champion still yet to deploy. King ability, Queen ability, this is crushed. What an attack for Team Bangladesh. And that Queen basically has like no health. Warren, just look over to the Queen, Warren. Just tap her. One time, Warren. What are you doing? Owl, there you go. Take her out. There, the Owl's going to help assist. Takes that Queen down. And, you know, he doesn't even drop this World Champion. Come on, you gotta drop your RC. It's about time. He's not deployed this World Champion. Imagine they lose by a few seconds, and the RC could have gotten this 3-star even faster. Oh my goodness, Woody. Look at we got kind of got the circles here.
That's what it is. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of DC from the battle, but the 3-star does seem to be guaranteed. So we'll give credit to Sean out on this one. Whatever happens with the final result, coming down to time, Team Bangladesh have really shown up and impressed me with a much better result than I was expecting. Being able to get 14 stars up against a JX Tiger squad that had held on with pretty firm defenses, even getting QSF into 1-star one of their bases. I think that JX Tiger really had their work cut out for them, far and above what we might have otherwise anticipated for this war.
Wow, doesn't even drop the Raw Champion. Maybe he lost connection there at the end, but it doesn't even matter. Imagine you have a minute and 20 seconds left in your raid, and you didn't even use your Royal Champion in the attack. Absolutely incredible. Team Bangladesh is now putting the pressure on JX Tiger. JX Tiger have got to go perfect in order to win this war. If they don't, it'll be tied exactly if they get 99% 2-star. If they get 98% 2-star, they lose this war, Woody.
They sure would indeed, and that would be the heartbreaker for the ages for JX Tiger to do so well for 4 3-stars and then to miss out. Man, you would not want to be in the team chat room if you were responsible for that sort of loss. So this is going to be an extremely high pressure attack. Unfortunate positioning here that even though they are the second to attack, they get to have the right of response. They still nonetheless are going to be forced to go for the triple. So kind of negating whatever sort of benefit you might have expected from them in that regard, Carbon.
Yeah, they've got to go for the 3-star at this point because we don't know. They probably know, they know the average attack duration, so they know a 3-star is going to lock it up no matter what by 1%. We've got 8 bats, 4 ice golems, a log launcher here today. We've got a big mix of troops. Here we go. The ice golems are down, going to get hit by the Inferno Tower. The heroes. His heroes are down. Super Wall breaks into the spot with the Grand Warden. He's looking to charge all the way from the opposite side of this Town Hall, and you know he's got to go for the 3-star. If he doesn't, they are going to lose, so he's taking all the risk here.
This is a dicey showing from Yone with the log launcher, though. I love to see it against so many walls in the interior. It looks like it's going really slow, but nice job there using the Eternal Tome to protect it from additional Inferno Tower fire. And that's a lot of walls cracked into. Might even get into the CC compartment. Oh, no, misses the last log out there, but does get the CC pull out here. And the Law Loon to follow up is going to be a little bit light on the balloons. Look at that, only 4 of them. Instead, it's going to be more like a Law Bat.
Yeah, but notice that the King did not go in the middle with the Grand Warden, so is the Queen going to be able to get the value that he wants? The Queen's ability goes off. I'm not sure. The Sneaky Goblins are going to go in towards the storage up here. He only got 5 Sneaky Goblins left. This might not get it. The Sneaky Goblins are working out to the Town Hall, but the storages are going to stop him. There's no way. I can't see these. No, they're going around. They're not even going for the Town Hall here.
Oh, no.
This is going to be a 1-star? Yeah.
What can he possibly do to salvage? I mean, he still does have the 2 Lava Hounds and Bats, but he's really slow, late on time. 2 single target Infernos in the mid are going to be awful for these Lava Hounds to have to path into, and there still is an air defense on the outer edge, so they are going to be crossing straight through the fire and the flames. These bats are pretty well protected, but with the explosion there of the Lava Hound, it's so many small troops, and he has got to freeze perfectly to keep safe. The bats are not going for that Town Hall, and this is the end of Yone's attack and the end of JX Tiger. Team Bangladesh, get the win in your third place match. Bronze award for them, a big boost in points, money awarded, and pride.
Absolutely. Look, trying to get a little bit more percentage, but unfortunately they cannot win here. And Team Bangladesh taking the victory, making that huge comeback after the 99% time fail, which forced JX Tiger to have to get a 3-star. They took the risk and were unable to get it done. So that means we'll be seeing the third place winners, which will Team Bangladesh here in this first week. Congratulations to them. They will be getting those additional points here in the Clash Masters. So unbelievable job that one fail from JX Tiger came in the last attack of this war. So let's go and take a look at the bracket and see exactly where we stand to update all you guys about what's to come, because JX Tiger does get knocked out and Team Bangladesh is victorious in the third place match. And the next one in the finals, the last war we have here today, is going to be QSFN versus NGT Legends. Two powerhouses going to be battling it out here, Woody.
Wow, what a finals. I don't think I could have predicted that. Even in my top imagination, I would have said that we would have much more likely have seen alternate attacks. Although, you know, they have faltered a bit in the open qualifiers for Clash Masters coming through with the open qualifier. So QSFN doing a really, really great job there, trouncing both them and JX Tiger to get this positioning here. On the other side of the field, though, NGT Legends, another relative surprise for me, a somewhat new team into the esports scene, making a big name for themselves and climbing through against tough opponents and getting perfect wars, knocking down Team Bangladesh, who just got an amazing victory over JX Tiger. So this final war, I think, is going to be a really interesting one. Could go down to the wire. I don't think that there's any clear favorite, although if I were tempted to pick one, I'd say QSFN have got the tip of the hat. Which would you say?
Okay. I'm going to go with NGT Legends. So we're going to split once again here on this match because we are not taking a break, ladies and gentlemen. We're going straight into this match. We're going to be seeing here, but actually, wait a second, I spoke too early.
Maybe a quick break.
We are going to be taking a quick break because I thought we were going to go straight into it, but the players were setting up the war for this final match. So we are going to be taking a short break here. And we are going to be getting ready for the grand finals, which is coming up to see who's going to win the first week of the qualifiers of the Clash Masters. So we'll be right back after this short break.
Howdy all, and welcome back to Clash Masters. Our second season will now finally have our first finals. Carbon Quinn, we have got two amazing teams ready to square off, and battle lines are already being drawn. I took QSFN once again, but you, my friend, are a little bit leaning toward NGT Legends. What do you think is going to be the overall story for this upcoming war?
This war is going to be about, can QSFN stop the Hog Riders of NGT Legends? That's what they've been doing here today. But let's go ahead and bring up the bracket to take a look at what teams they fought through to get to this point in the grand final. So you can see QSFN versus NGT Legends. They went through some teams here. QSFN defeated Alternate Attacks and JX Tiger, two golden ticket teams to make it to this finals. NGT Legends took out Verdict Indians and Team Bangladesh to make it to the finals. We just saw Team Bangladesh putting up a 14-star performance against JX Tiger. So both these teams are going to be going head-to-head. It's going to be an epic war. We're split on the decision of who's going to win. Remember, they've got some prize money here as well. If whoever wins first place right here in this qualifier is going to be winning $1,500. It is a $20,000 prize pool for the whole season 2 of the Clash Masters. Second place, you get a nice $750, but there is a nice bonus points that you're going to be getting here for winning this first place. And that's what you want. You want to accumulate the most points through the 3 weeks to be able to qualify for the playoffs at the end of the season 4, season 2 of the Clash Masters. So, Woody, are you ready to see some amazing attacks, some great bases, these top teams going at it?
Hell yes, I am ready, Carbon Finn. This is what we have been waiting for since the end of Clash Masters Season 1, crowning Alternate Attacks the champions. We love to see a reigning champ continue a wave of destruction, but with their elimination earlier on today, we are now instead going to have a newcomer take the lead title. Who is going to have the most points? Who is going to get the big prize? Who is going to be out on top in the very first week? QSFN or NGT Legends? Let the battle begin!
And here it is, starting with the Queen of Charge Dragon Riders, a staple attack strategy in the QSFN's attack strategy kind of pocket. This is things they do and do very well. The Queen is walking her way towards the Town Hall here. Is this the way that he wanted the Queen to go is going to be the question. Well, he's reacting no matter what. The mortar is going to go down. And the Queen's going to step in for this Town Hall. There's a balloon coming down. Get ready to see maybe an invisibility spell to protect these healers because they are in range of the Town Hall here at this point.
Coming on into range and making things a little bit awkward here for Leo on the entry. He will nonetheless commit a lot of spells here. Wow, both a Rage and an Invis. Feels like a little bit of an overcommit with the Invis there, but I mean, the Queen was going to be topped off nonetheless, and that is the safe way to surely knock that thing down. First minute is out of this attack, and with a trigger of the Tornado Trap, that's probably pretty good news here for the Dragon Riders coming in later on. I'm expecting maybe along that top side for the sandwich play here with this Queen charge, who is getting a lot of value along the bottom side, but those healers are not actually in the Rage spell, getting pushed back by the Air Sweeper. That Queen's getting awfully low, Carbon.
Yeah, that sweeper is being really annoying here on these healers, pushing them away from protecting that Queen. But nonetheless, he's starting the Dragon Riders right off from the right side. And notice he hasn't even dropped the King yet. Decides to go with the Stone Slammer onto the cannon. He can even drop this King as a funnel to push his way up towards this Eagle Artillery. But the Queen nicely takes down that Grand Warden Altar with the early Warden ability. Does help get the enemy Queen. Now the Headhunters World Champion pushing their way through the other heroes as he continues his way through. He still has that one super wall break, but look at this. The Queen is coming to join in with the rest of these Dragon Riders, but the King didn't break in towards this Eagle Artillery up here.
Destruction Derby for Leo, but time is getting to be a factor here as we've just got 50 seconds left and quite a bit of the force left yet to deploy a couple of those hero abilities. But will the Queen come in for full effect as long as she's focused on walls? Doesn't seem likely. She's going to have to retarget out into skeletons now, and that's more missed DPS by Leo, who's only got 35 seconds left to finish this thing off, and so much base carbon. I think it's going to wind up being a time fail.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the Queen went the wrong way. Did he want the Queen to go to the right side and kind of walk her way towards the top and grab that area? Because he does have another invisibility spell, which he lost his Royal Champion pretty early. He didn't want to wall break the King into the Eagle, and I'm wondering why he charged the King all the way around to the back end multi-target Inferno. Maybe he was just kind of reacting on the fly. The King made his way there, didn't have really the best funneling troops. And this is only going to be the 86% 2-star. So this is going to be a really good spot for NGT Legends to start and take the lead if they come in with a 3-star.
Well, that is going to be a tough finish there with a big gap that is going to be leaning now. We have already seen a massive swing of fortunes in the first attack coming in from QSFN, dropping them down 14% missed. And NGT Legends, a squad that has been, I think, a bit more well known for their offense than their defense necessarily, gets the big opening, not just with that miss, but also the hope to be able to pick up with the first triple of the war.
And we are seeing again, I talked about before we saw the first attack, will we see the Hog Riders coming in from NGT Legends? And yes, it's the Blizzard Hogs, 36 of them, taking out the Town Hall, grabbing all this value. But remember, where are the bomb towers? We've got one to the left by the scatter, the other one to the bottom side. So we didn't take out any of the scatter shots. He did not take out the single target Inferno either, so that is going to hurt a little bit here as he charges this King and probably going to send the Queen in behind to help assist, to help take down. Oh, it is a Tesla farm. Taking out an early Tesla farm is really nice in an attack like this.
Big crack in the top left, big, strong, heavy walls to try to keep them out of the mid. Wide spread out base is the big thing that I'm noticing here about Leo's setup. Out to the far outer edges and then kind of sparsely populated on the interior. That multi-target Inferno might make the pathing a little bit complicated and difficult to reach. Indeed, there's also a single target Inferno, which is now locked on the Archer Queen, burning her down. And there's kind of no way for Gabriel to be able to deal with that. Forces the ability pop and the retarget now onto the wall to try to crack into that compartment. Will this Inferno get the lock on the Queen and finish her off, or will she have just enough protection? Yes, she does with the Archers out in front. Enemy King gets a swing, though. Two of them, and the Archer's down.
But the thing is, the Warden ability was not used to protect any of these Hog Riders. He still has it, to be honest, at this point. And he's not using it. And he used it, like, on basically nothing. He used it on those Headhunters that took down the enemy Queen. But there's still plenty of defenses left. And we got ourselves another defense here. So this may just be coming down to a defensive-sided war.
Wow. Slip-ups from both teams here, but it looks like Gabriel might have fallen even further. Really nice base setup here by Leo. I love those big open compartments in the mid that have got just enough crucial targets that you can't really ignore them, but just little enough that it's kind of frustrating to deal with the pathing on the interior. So nice job here to Leo on this setup. Gabriel will be rebuffed, and that gives QSFN the lead most likely on percentage, unless this Wizard is able to do a massive amount of work in 26 seconds. He goes down, and with that, it's a wipe of sweat off the brow for QSFN.
Yeah, the mark that he needed to beat was the 86%, because that's what we saw from the first QSFN attack. The Archers trying to get a little bit more. Yes, they get 79. We know every building is going to play a role here. And no, they don't get to 80%. So a very low percent. That is definitely very surprising for NGT Legends. One, a fail is surprising, but two, an attack that's lower than 80% is very surprising for an attack of this caliber from a team like NGT Legends. This is what QSFN is hoping for. They need these solid defenses to have a really good chance to be advancing, or try to win first place here in the qualifier #1 of the Clash Masters.
Yep. Hats off to QSFN. I was once again worried about them out of the gate, but they are doing it just as well as in their previous war that they managed to pick up against JX Tiger. Even with the fail there, their defenses are going to hold on strong. They might actually be one of the teams that's got the highest defenses set up in this squad. I mean, take a look. JX Tiger got 11 against them. Alternate attacks, maybe the strongest offensive squad in the game, got 13 against them. Yeah. We didn't even get the scoring in their war against Dark Jack because I guess it was so dominating of a showing there. So QSFN, maybe the strongest base building squad out there right now.
Well, will QSFN turn it around on the offensive side of the game? Katano not bringing the Hog Riders, but saying, hey, Super Witches are the play. The Lightning, the Zap Super Witches, in fact. We've got the Warden Walk taking out this Archer Tower. Super wall breaks on both of these sides next to this Eagle Artillery. Taking his time, dropping the one Super Witch, brings the one back over. The Queen is down, summoning that big boy to help provide some tanking. He's being patient here. Here goes an Ice Golem. The rest of the Super Witches are coming in. And a Balloon, another Super Witch to provide a little bit of tanking. Oh no, the Super Witch doesn't spawn that big boy over there on the outside, so it's taking quite a bit of damage here that it doesn't want to go, and it just barely is going to stay alive there.
Keitano with an entry on the right corner that grabs an Eagle Artillery and gets a pretty deep CC pull. Nice job on this entry point with a jump spell as well to hop over these hurdles. Super Witches definitely need that. In the past, we've seen lots of time fails with them, but with perfect pathing and a big, wide open area to target onto, I think that this is exactly what he was grabbing. And look at that super wall break deep into the interior there. Keitano's funneling for that has just been phenomenal.
Oh, no. The tornado trap by the town hall. We got goblins coming out. We got an invisibility spell. The sneaky goblins. Okay. Whew. The sneaky goblins were able to secure that town hall right there. With the Super Witches now continuing their push towards the back end scattershot. He does have 2 freezes to use to invest on the Royal Champion as she pushes her way through. And notice the biggest threat remaining pretty much is going to be that single target Inferno. This jump spell does not give him access. The only thing that can reach it is his Royal Champion at this point.
Big heavy army still left in the mid, and that is the big support that you can be happy about with these Super Witches, but the reach is going to be mighty difficult without any way to get over these walls. It's going to require a lot of damage to crack on through even just one layer. That is not time that Keitano has to spare. One free spell remains, and might have needed to drop it for that single target Inferno, but thankfully for him, the Royal Champion, still quite healthy, is able to vault over those walls and finish it off. She might be the way that we get reach from this attack, because with the ability to hop over, that might negate the need to focus on walls. Unfortunately, it does look like 2 Super Witches are going to focus on walls in the midsection there with just 15 seconds left. That is going to be a really wrenching loss for Keitano.
Huh. I'm really surprised why he froze the Wizard Tower and Mortar and not the Archer Tower and Cannon. Like, those were the heavy point defenses. And you definitely would have wanted your Royal Champion to survive through those. And so we got another fail from QSFN right here in this war against NGT Legends. And again, the defensive side is shining through here in the finals match of Qualifier #1. So a 3-star from NGT Legends. They will be taking the lead. But can they do it? They came with Hogs before. They've been coming in with a lot of Hog Rider attacks. And now this is the next hit. We're going to be needing to see a turnaround. The 3-stars have to start to come through in order for NGT Legends to be taking this one. I mean, we did split our decision here. You were thinking QSFN. I was thinking NGT Legends, and it's a really close war. It could be any team here at this point. But we got Almeida of NGT Legends deciding to come in with that Queen Charge hybrid. We've seen it before, where the Queen goes down early, losing her near a town hall, so it's always risky sending her here in this area, but he says it's worth it. So let's keep our eye on this Queen and this charge to see if he can keep that Queen going and not have to pop her ability.
trying to keep her safe. That's another big rage committed by Almeida, and well done to him on that. Gotta top her back off if she's about to encounter a Giga Inferno out here, and with a balloon floating on in to soak for Seeking Air Mines. Doesn't even find one. That's good news as any for Almeida, whose Queen Charge will be well protected now. Can she make it to those multi-Infernos, though, in the middle? That would be an extremely valuable pickup, especially for a hybrid attack with Hogs and Miners. She's got to stay safe, though, because there's a lot coming out at her. Poison Spell is dropped. Rage as well. She's even going to freeze those point defenses on the back end. Just the Expo shut down, and that is just going to be barely enough to keep him safe.
Yeah, trying to deal with a Lava Hound while your Queen is getting affected by the Town Hall Giga Poison is just so deadly with those Expos locking on. And now the Queen's moving her way through. A Giant Bomb pops. Her ability is still somehow intact. With the Hybrid now being deployed, the Hogs, the Miners, the King's coming off to push his way straight into the Scatter Shot. Royal Champion finally being deployed. Queen is clearing the bomb tower, so this should be really nice for a hybrid attack. And it's setting it up for the rest of this. And look at the super wall breaker. No way! It's going to wall break this section and can allow this Queen to continue her way through the bottom side.
Wow. Almeida's long-term vision of success will get rewarded strongly. These multi-target Infernos get knocked down like they are nothing at all. Still even holding on to an Invis spell out the back if he needs it for that scatter shot. Hold on, there's one still multi-target Inferno that didn't get finished off by the Hog strike over in the right side corner. That could be a little bit of an issue here. We need the Royal Champion to strike hard and fast. There's the invisibility spell. Great job, Almeida. Keep up the pace. Throws out the shield, and that is gonna be it for this base.
The Queen with her ability, 30 seconds left. He's got the Wizards around for cleanup. Brilliant job from NGT Legends Almeida. That Queen ability goes off to help a little bit with the cleanup, to make it a little bit faster, because time can always be an issue. And there it is, 3-star from NGT Legends.
Impressive showing. NGT Legends are giving us exactly the sort of start that we would want to see if they're going to get this pickup over QSFN. That is how you do it. Carbon, that was a tough nut, but with great pathing on those Hogs, managed to find their way to the backside. And I'm seeing now 5 stars for NGT Legends, but a dip on percentage. That still should be maybe not a comfortable spot, but a glad spot to be at the end of the early war now, with 2 attacks up on both of these teams, especially with QSFN expected to be maybe a bit more of a defensive-minded squad. To be giving up that triple, I think is not where they want to be right now.
Yeah, no, they definitely want to be getting those 3 stars, but NGT will take it. They'll take a star advantage going into any war at any point, because they know if they have the star advantage, they can close it out with the 3 stars. But QSFN, with the back-to-back fails, that is a very surprising, to be honest. And they are going to have to turn this around, start to bring in the 3 stars to really have a chance to make this comeback against NGT Legends. The one positive thing is they do have the percentage on their side. So if it comes down to a tie war, they could have the advantage there. Depends on the rest of the attacks that come in. And remember, this is the finals. This is the last match here today of Qualifiers number 1. We have the same thing going on next week and the week after that. So you guys definitely don't want to miss those. And it's going to be so many great teams trying to compete. But here we go. Giovanni, we're seeing all of these Hog Riders. Again, more Hogs with the Blizzard, the 5 invisibility spells. Let's see where he's going to land. Probably before the Town Hall compartment. Yeah, you don't want to land onto that bomb tower, because those Super Wizards will not survive that.
Oh! Ouch, this is a hefty blizzard, but what a big explosion that knocks it down. Giovanni's hopes and dreams crashing to the floor, Carbon.
Oh, my hand is on my face right now. I cannot believe it. This is the worst nightmare when you send your blimp in to try to take something down. This has happened to me way too many times, so I know exactly what he is feeling here. His Queen ability was even forced. Now she's going to step in. watch this. She'll probably even activate the Town Hall, which is, yep, the art just did it. And then it even damages her and takes her out. Oh, wow. QSFN. Oh, that is so unfortunate. He's going to have to send his king or something into there. And he does. Wow. Those super minis are not even in the poison spell, Woody.
This is just disastrous for QSFN. Not only do they miss the Blizzard, such a huge investment, but now the Hogs, with only 2 heal spells, are going to get a massive spread out here and have to face down against basically the entirety of the base. 2 heroes are going to start just chopping them up right out of the gate. Headhunters to help out a little bit down there, but how much heat can they really handle? They take down the Queen. Giant bombs exploding is actually pretty good news for the Hogs, which are otherwise protected by this life aura, and it might have even had the Grand Warden Eternal Tome up for one of them, but man, triple is just got to be extremely difficult and probably even out of the question at this point. With CC troops still standing, a multi-target Inferno in the core, this might even wind up being the lowest percentage strike and gives away what little QSFN had in a percentage lead.
Yeah, you say the lowest percentage, but this is looking like the lowest percentage overall that we've seen all of today, because we've even seen all 1-stars come in, but the 1-stars were higher and technically than this attack right here. And how unfortunate from Giovanni of QSFN. That is what happens when your blimp does not get that value, finds a small bomb, and then after the troops spawn, a giant bomb pops up and instantly down they go. And it's just, you just hope that you don't fall into those traps, and he did indeed. And it caused it to be a very big fail. And now NGT Legends is looking really good with their next attack, and they've got a really healthy lead at this point if they get a 3-star.
This is an incredible early war for NGT Legends. Really hard to overstate how well things are going, not just on defense, but picking up a triple. This really shows that they have got an amazing chance to be maybe out of the 16, one of the least expected but greatest achieving squads to make a name for themselves in the first week of the Clash Masters Fall 21 Open Qualifier.
Well, Salino is the man up for NGT Legends. We've got ourselves the Zaplal, the 5 lightning spells, and the Earthquake. Probably going to take out the middle multi-target Inferno, because look at that. I could just see that being a super annoying. You don't want to path your way there, but Sneaky Goblins and the Yeti to help set up a little bit of a funnel. Should wall break into the scatter. Should be able to secure that. So he wants the King to go to the scatter, Queen to go for the Town Hall, and if he can get this off, there's the Ice Golem. It could be really good. Here comes the King. We got one more super wall break. The Queen walks around the wall on the top side, and she's going to grab this Town Hall. And now the Royal Champion is helping assist this King to help clear this area. Oh, wait, he's waiting on the Lightning, probably for whatever comes out of the Clan Castle. Can he do it? Wait, hold on. Yes, he did it. Oh, he missed one Headhunter, though. Oh.
All right, a little bit still up left there. What has Salino got to worry about, though?
No, he missed the Lightning.
Wait, what?
He tried to...
Oh, no. So the multi's still up. The Headhunter's still alive. Yeah. The heroes go down.
So what he tried to do is...
The enemy CC.
He tried to multitask there. He was like, you know, instead of me wasting these lightnings and not getting any potential value, I'm going to try to do it mid-attack while pulls out the Clan Castle. And that's the problem. If you try to multitask and you fail while one spell, the Inferno Tower does not go down. In this case, it stays up, and that's going to be devastating for pathing. Especially, I bet you there's a million red air bombs standing right next to it. But the Lalo's coming around. The Warden Belly's already been used. He still has the Stone Slammer and finally now drops it.
Crushing shot there for Salino. And NGT Legends, even though they're in a pretty dang good spot here now, might just be giving up the turnaround and opening here for QSFN. Not what you want to do, especially against a squad like QSFN that has taken an opening given to them by JX Tiger and in the mid to late war, been able to get the reverse victory.
And to throw more salt on the wound, that multi-target Inferno got healed back up to full health which is absolutely crazy because of the builder hut there. Wait a second. Let's see these balloons. The Dragon Rider. There's the haste. Oh, it goes down. This Dragon Rider should get hasted up and fly directly to the single target Inferno. It does. There it goes. It's flying. The single box down. Red air bomb. Red air bomb. Red air bomb.
Oh, no.
The single goes
down.
He
gets it!
Hang on. The Wizard Tower is standing, but it's going to be time, right?
Yeah,
down goes the Wizard Tower.
He's been distracting that top. Yeah, I mean, they're just too slow to fly. There hasn't been enough damage to these storages, the bulkiest, biggest, heaviest the buildings in the game.
Oof.
Hats off to Selena. A much better finish than I was expecting, given how things had been squaring out at the beginning there, but did manage to get something to be happy about in the end, finally, with a little bit of a pickup that can keep NGT Legends in the lead and force QSFN, even with fewer stars and lower percentage, to not really be very happy about how that last minute had occurred.
Yeah, the lightning spell, just missing it. One tile off, trying to pinpoint a headhunter and dropping him, because you notice the Grand Warden altar was also near there. So if you drop one lightning spell, headhunter will not get killed. You need at least 2 lightning spells on a headhunter if it's coming out of a CC and the Grand Warden is there, because the Grand Warden does buff up the HP of any defending hero and troop that comes out of the CC on your base. So that's why the Grand Warden, where you place it, is actually pretty important, because it does actually play a bigger role than you may think. But now we have Loop Zero with the Queen Charge Lalo. We've been seeing some insane Sui Lalo from Loop Zero using skeleton spells, but the plan now is to charge this Queen in. And he only's got 1 Lava Hound, it looks like, but he does have a Siege Barracks, unless he switches that up, which you tend not to see with a Lalo attack, to be honest.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one to start with for Loop Zero, to be sure. But as a player who's been able to get those turnaround victories, to grab the 3 stars, even against tricky bases in the mid to late war, finding his footing and ensuring that he gives his team every chance that they can have to get that victory in the end, this is the man for the hour, the guy that you would want to expect to be able to pull that sort of thing off. So low percentage, low on stars. The triple is necessary. Otherwise, they're facing off against almost certain defeat. Loop Zero gets a decent charge in on the right corner with this Queen, gets the CC pull, but is focused on not just those troops, but also a scatter shot firing away at him. Lots of spells getting deployed early on. Is this Queen charge going to be worth it, Carbon?
Well, it looks like it. He's got a jump spell. Should give him access to... I would say if he jumps in this compartment, I mean, okay. I mean, so he's going to push this King into the middle multi. He's going to rely on the Queen to beat through the wall. Makes her invisible. He's going to pop this King ability. This is where you got to pop the Warden ability. Protect all these barbarians. And pop it now. Oh, he does. Whew. Just before that scatter shot got its shot off there. So he gets them straight into the core, looking good. Now the Queen's going to be hitting this wall, pushing her way straight towards this Town Hall. And here comes the... What? He's a P.E.K.K.A. Dragon Rider, the balloon does indeed actually come out of that Siege Barracks.
Impressive follow-up here from Loop Zero. Already deep into the attack, though, with only a minute left. He's just barely got his first star. Queen's going to grab the Town Hall on the bottom, and these balloons are spread out in a mighty fashion to focus down on this single target Inferno first. What is the protection, though, against the multi? It's a freeze. Oh, that freeze came out early. I don't really like that a whole lot. I think the timing could have been a lot better there from Loop Zero. Instead, it's now going to get free reign to burn up on a lot of these, and with a Wizard Tower out back as well, and potential for air bombs, that could be a bit tricky. But I think he will be able to pull it off after all, even with a little bit of an uncertain drop there. Air defense on the backside will be able to crack into a few of these balloons, but it can't finish off the entire complement. It's just a question now of cleanup for the 32 seconds that remain.
Yeah, with 30 seconds left, he had those balloons for cleanup. He didn't even drop them for the main attack. He's got the minions up top 4, picking off those top buildings, and Loop Zero gets a 3-star here. And if NGT Legends do not get a 3-star, it'll be all tied up on stars going into the final set of attacks here, Woody.
Great show for Loop Zero. The 3-star for QSFN is once again a little bit of breath of life a breathing moment here to kind of recuperate and maybe rejuvenate for their final strike at this NGT Legends final showing. But this is really NGT's game to lose at this point, with a couple of more attacks left from them and a chance to really decisively leapfrog ahead on stars at this point. A 3-star from NGT Legends kind of closes the gate for QSFN, but even a 2-star, they'd still very likely have the advantage in percentage. So QSFN kind of needs all 3 remaining attacks to go in their favor if they're going to get victory, while NGT Legends needs really just to get one of the next 3, and they should be fine.
Absolutely. They do indeed. NGT Legends is looking to capitalize on this attack and decides to send in the clone spell. Or not the clone, the invis. I'm seeing clone for some reason because we've seen quite a bit of it. It does pull out a triple ice golem. The invis should protect these super wizards. They got the town hall. Then take out the single target Inferno. The Town Hall does go down. A single actually goes down beforehand, but it's also going to take out the Air Expo, which is really nice. Wait, hold on. One more shot. No, no, no. Oh, no. The Air Expo did not go down. That would have been huge value right there if he was able to pull that off.
If only, if only. And yet now we are telling a different story here. Padalino did get some nice work done in there for NGT Legends, but doesn't get the decisive lead that he was hoping for in the early war. Still, 2 Lava Hounds and 26 Balloons is ready for a big army to deploy as long as these air defenses can get cracked. One of them already finished off, and another should be within reach of these 2 heroes along the bottom right side. I don't think that Royal Champion's going to have an easy time cracking in on the 3rd, but it is a possibility for the one that I see out there at that 7 o'clock position. Still, Eagle Artillery is going to be mighty fearsome to face off against with a La Lune army. Lots of splash damage incoming, and Padalino's got to deal with that. So Coconut Loot in the bottom corner to try to catch a Seeking Air Mine or 2 maybe, but the setup is really well done. How can he execute, Carbon?
Well, the Queen's pushing her way straight to the middle, and the question is going to be, can this World Champion make her way to the multi-target in there? The defending King should be going down. The RC's ability goes off. Luckily, that Lassie got locked down. There's the Invis. So should secure that multi. It does. And here comes the Lalo from the top side, pushing straight into the World Champion. And the Eagle Artillery is a little to the left, so he's going to have to fight his way quite a bit to get over there.
We like it. We like it a lot. Padalino has got a lot of space left, and with great protection from this Warden who's pathing in directly to support these balloons right behind and about to get the entirety of this complemented army. This is looking fantastic. Balloons get right over that Eagle Artillery roll. Most of them are going to be helping out with those pups along the bottom side. That's the last line of defense and plenty of time for the cleanup along the outer edge. The last freezes out, and Padalino has done it. The NGT Legends get their 3-star, and with that, bring up the total to 10 overall. QSFN are going to have their work cut out for them to get just a triple and try to get up to 12 and force a really difficult defense against the last strike from NGT Legends. It's all NGT right now, Carbon.
It is indeed. And now if we're thinking about, wait a second, who is the potential last attacker for NGT Legends? Well, the legend himself, I believe it's going to be Bernal, who may come in a final attacker to close out that war. But yeah, like you said, it comes down. QSFN must get a 3-star and then hope to put up an amazing defense to have a chance to win first place. Because here in the qualifiers, if you lose, you are out. You don't have a second chance, but what they're doing here is trying to get points. Whoever loses here will be in second place, which is still good. You're still going to get a decent amount of points to be put into the table for potential playoff seeding at the end of the qualifiers. There is the 3 qualifiers there that they will be playing, and you guys can sign up. The next qualifier is next week, and anybody can sign up their team for Season 2 of the Clash Masters. But here we go. QSFN is focused. They must turn this next attack into a 3-star to have the slightest of chances, especially with Bernal going to be trying to close it out for NGT Legends. But we'll see. Is he going to be coming in with a P.E.K.K.A. Smash and Inferno Dragons? Typically, Inferno Dragons may be used a little bit earlier in a raid, so maybe it's an attack that has a little bit more planning, or it's an attack that the players didn't know what to do on this base, and they just saved it for the end. Well, here we go. It's going to be the Hydra Bats. So we got a mix of dragons and the Dragon Riders.
P. Castro with a standard setup here, a bit mixed more toward those dragons than the Dragon Riders in the past. We had seen 4 or even 5 Dragon Riders from some of these attacks. Instead, is really going to be going in super hard with the dragons. Doesn't even bring healers for a queen charge here, and is instead going to encounter a big Tesla farm out on the left side corner. As we'd seen before with some of these big attacks, that can be kind of frustrating to deal with, especially when you're charging in with a Barb King to try to knock it apart. If there's a crucial target in this corner, like the scatter shot, it failing to go down could be big trouble for P. Castro, especially because it's a splash damage target, and we're expecting to see bats on the later rip. That's going to be distraction for the Royal Champion and denial of the scatter shot here for P. Castro.
The Queen's ability goes off, takes out the Town Hall, but notice, yeah, like it is, that scatter shot not going down. He really wanted that. Oh, and the Dragon pulls a Seeking Air Mine right off the bat. Too bad he didn't have a balloon to use right in front of it, but here he goes. The Dragons are down. A few Dragon Riders moving in. More Seeking Air Mines right here on the outside. This base was specifically designed for an attack just like this. He's losing a lot of HP, but here comes the Stone Slammer moving his way in. He's got a Ward and Eternal Tome. He's not popping just yet. He's trying to move his way over through the Queen. He doesn't have any rage spells, and there's the Warden ability. He should take out the Queen pretty quickly, and then hopefully he can move his way to the core multi, which he does with the Dragon Rider.
Fearsome follow-up from P. Castro, 1:18, and lots of big spell support to add on for these two-pronged attack. Dragon Rider and a couple of dragons out there on the left side, unfortunately kind of getting pushed around a little bit by this air sweeper. Going to make it extremely difficult for them to be able to knock down that single target Inferno, but P. Castro has a solution. It is bat everywhere. No, Batman on the loose. Freezes it out, and this ought to be a triple. There's no splash damage left that can target the skies. QSFN can rest easy, assured that they have done everything that they possibly can out on this last strike to get a chance at a win.
Oh, the red air bombs are flying right after the bats. Wait! Oh my, they do pop. They don't take all the bats out, but the dragons are again slowed down by these ice golems. He's got some archers if he wants to move it a little bit, but you can drop the archers with 25 seconds left. The dragons do split in a couple different directions, and we do have a 3-star here from P. Castro of QSFN. Didn't need those rage spells for the dragons in the middle of the base. Just the Warden ability was enough to power his way through. But this now puts QSFN at 12 stars, meaning that Bernal of NGT Legends, all he's got to do is get percentage with the 2-star in order to win this war. We know a 3-star will lock it up, but we're taking a look at the percentage here. 94%, 94.3 for NGT Legends and an 88.4 for QSFN. So he doesn't need that awfully high. We know into the 90s will definitely be a victory there for sure. He even can be lower than that. So good luck. Let's see what Bernal of NGT Legends can do. I'm sure it's going to be some epic, some crazy queen charge, something attack there.
Yeah, we have got high hopes for NGT to finish this thing off. The 2-star reliable, all they really need to glean victory. The final attack of the day is about to be underway. Carbon, is Bernal going to get that triple after all in decisive fashion, claim the top spot without any fear of competitors shaking him off in later? I think that we are about to witness greatness and glory. Show us what you got, Bernal. Big charge in the top corner with these Yetis is going to get some nice work done here. Does not yet activate the Town Hall, though, and that is going to be something that he'll have to wait later on to do with this Queen charge. He's only dropped the Unicorn so far. 5 healers yet to be deployed as soon as his air defense goes down, though. He's seeking around for some Seeking Air Mines, cracking through a cannon, and oh, there's a big black bomb goes off. Good protection for the healers on that.
The Queen's charging her way through. Should be able to take this Town Hall down, but it was nice that the Blimp didn't activate the Town Hall, so that's less damage through this charge so far. We got a few archers. Super will help break off to the right side. Looks like he wants to get this King to go towards the World Champion and Scattershot. But we got ourselves a Tornado Trap spinning this Queen around. There's the Invis. There's a Rage. Oh boy, Queen, will you take the Town Hall down? Yes, she does, but she steps directly into the Town Hall poison here right now. Hopefully he can keep this Queen alive.
no, Bernal, don't make this a disaster. Keep the queen up. Rage again committed now, and the queen will be safe and sound. It's got a lot of work left to do on this Lava Hound, but the work has now been done. No poison to help her out. That is going to be an awfully slow entry for the queen charge up top, but with her life saved and secure, it is now a complete refocus now to protect this big assault on the bottom right side. Eternal Tome, even just for the barbarians that were coming out there, not going to use it to protect a lava loon. That's kind of an untypical play for me. What do you think about that, Carbon?
Yeah, well, with the Warden down here, it's all about, does these balloons have enough protection? Notice it is a single target Inferno, so he doesn't need really all that much like a freezer stuff because they can just overwhelm it. So hopefully it should be enough. But let's see, this queen is still making her way through, but unfortunately the queen did lose her ability, did lose her healer, so she's trying to stay alive. No! She doesn't go to the multi-target Inferno. We find some traps, but luckily the Royal Champion makes her way over to the multi, should be able to pop her ability and still save this one. Bernal is going to be getting this one, and the queen, I don't know how this queen is alive. This is like, look at that one little sneeze from somebody. She's going to go down. A small bomb would probably be enough to take her down. But it is a 3-star for Bernal, and NGT Legends are going to be winning the first qualifier here of Season 2 of the Clash Masters. Congratulations to NGT Legends. Well deserved.
Huge pickup for them, and I am so excited to see this new storyline being written by a squad that has trounced some really tough opponents, notably now QSFN, a team that was ascendant over Alternate Attacks, the world champions, as well as the champions of Clash Masters, and in addition to that, JX Tiger, a golden ticket team. This is really a great end for NGT Legends, a Brazilian squad that has seen success on the world stage, and once again now in this grand showing, they earn a $1,500 prize just for their performance this weekend, as well as a lot of points that will all but guarantee them placement in the Clash Masters Season 2 playoffs taking place in a few short weeks. We hope that you enjoyed the shows these past couple of days, and if you want to compete on your own, make sure to go follow us over at Clash Masters on Twitter. You can get into our Discord where you can learn all the information about your opportunities that abound in the coming weeks to get your chance in a qualifier, your foot in the door, and then make it to the playoffs. Even if you don't get points in the next 2 weeks, though, we've got the last chance qualifier up for you to grab. But with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket one more time for the competition this past weekend and see how things were finished out. Carbon, take it away.
Yeah, we've got NGT earning that spot right there, taking out QSFN, meaning NGT Legends got first. QSFN got second place. Team Bangladesh took third, and JX Tiger took fourth here in open qualifier number 1 for the Clash Masters, which means let's take a look at now the leaderboard. That is 15 points going to NGT Legends. But remember, if you just get to this point here, the top 8 teams, you get some points. We got Vertic Indians, Inning Clashers, and even Ocean Oasis Alpha with 6 points, and Alternate Tech. So they're all tied up. So remember, all these teams will be trying to compete again in qualifier number 2 and qualifier number 3, which are coming up next week and the week after. So make sure, if you guys want to participate and compete against these teams, make sure to sign up for the Clash Masters. Check them out over on Twitter, and also join the Discord server. That's where everything is handled, including the signups. And so we will be seeing you guys next week. Cannot wait to see what is going to happen. But Woody, do you have any final thoughts of what we saw over these past 2 days?
I just want to congratulate our champions once again, NGT Legends and QSFN. Great work by all the other teams that competed, and thank you very much to them for making this event possible and such a great success to stay on time. Hats off to the team that are working behind the scenes to make this event such a tremendous success over at the Clash Masters side of things, and also to you, Carbon Finn, for being an amazing co-caster. Appreciate all the viewers for tuning in to watch these battles, and I hope that you will continue to do so. Make sure to subscribe and follow us here for more Clash in action to be coming. We have got another competition next week, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Until then, my name's Woody. This has been Carbon Finn, and we've been really pleased to cast for you today, and hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Clash on.